Jalen!
Oh, no. Hey, Cole, how you doing? How retirement treating you?
It's great, man. It's great. Just, a little writing, a little investing.
Nice. So I don't know if you saw the thing on Twitter about your statue.
You know I don't pay attention to that stuff.
Yeah, I figured that. Me either.
A drink, Mr. Bryant?
Yeah, I'll have a vodka martini.
How many olives would you like?
81.
Really?
Nah, man, I'm just playing. Just 2. Joke for him. He gets it.
James, please don't do this.
I just had the best year of my career. I gotta keep things fresh.
Well, then let's just go to Foot Locker. They got all the fresh new gear.
But I have real talent.
Can I get playback?
Okay.
I wear my shirt open so you see my chest, girl. I work so hard into.
Is that me?
Ready, we ready, we ready for y'all. We ready, we ready, we ready for y'all.
Popcorn world.
Yes, I can. So you can get this groove in a bag of a can. You can make it round the world when the holes in your hand. Popcorn world. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. I said popcorn make you smile. Ah. Popcorn world. Popcorn world. Popcorn world. Popcorn world. The popcorn world.
There's no mystery. Let's make history with the five. Off the throne, 2 and 3. Add 1 more plus me and do the 5. Yeah, keep it on the
Spin on the 5. What up, though? It's a catchy little tune, man. What?
Hey, trying to flex. So we know you can sing, man.
It's a sketchy little tune. I like it. I'm here for it.
We know
Listen,
you.
shout out. I ain't trying to flex, bro. I'm just saying it's a catchy little joint. Soon they might be singing in the streets. You don't know. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Like things change every night, B. You know what I'm saying? But right now, it's your boy, Killer Cam. It's your boy, C Major. It's your boy, Mr. Noise. We up in the building doing this 5 thing. And I know what y'all thinking right now. WTF? What they gonna talk about? That's what we were saying. But then it's the 5 though. We gonna have something to talk about. So let's talk about it. That's what we gonna do. That's what we do best. So you in the right place at the right time. Ain't nothing on TV, so you might as well just hang out with us. You feel me? Okay. First of all, to my brothers, how y'all feeling tonight? How y'all doing? How was your 4th?
It was good, man. It was good. Got on the grill.
C Major, you broke out a new grill this weekend. How did it go? You broke out the new grill.
Yeah, it was good. It was good, man.
No, you got to flex on them. You got to tell them what kind of grill it is. Go on and flex on them. Flex on them.
I mean, it broke out the Traeger. That's all.
The Traeger is what he broke out this weekend.
That's all.
Now, how was it?
It was good, man. It was good. Didn't do too much because a lot of fam wasn't here, so just put a little bit of something on there.
What was the inaugural meat that you put on the Traeger?
I had some chicken marinated overnight. Just put some. Found that I don't want to plug them unless you're gonna do place Wild Fork. Wild Fork had some bison sausage.
Ooh, okay, that's different. Bison sausage, okay.
Bison sausage.
That's what's up.
Just some chicken sausage. Different. Nothing. Like I said, nothing too major because there wasn't a lot of people here. So.
Facts. All right. Well, we'll start. Yeah, we ain't gonna put too much pressure.
I ain't like Cam be doing brontosaurus ribs.
Is anybody like Cam though? If we're really being honest, like Cam is that dude. You're a grill master, bro.
Yeah, you be doing
like you're a grill master. Like
I brought out a new trigger this week too.
Did you break out? It was Traeger weekend. I didn't know.
I brought a new one out this week.
Oh man, okay. Well, let's talk about your Traeger and what you broke out. Was the inaugural meats?
I had both of them going.
Okay.
I had ribs and sausage on one, and I had chicken and steak on the other.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Of course, when I finished, wifey, she threw her mushrooms on there. She threw the corn on there.
Yeah.
Jalapenos on there. So yeah, we did it big.
See.
I didn't throw nothing on a grill personally, but I did grill some things. You feel me? So I got about a few slabs of ribs grilled up and some chicken, and I got I went with a pork shoulder this year because I wanted some pulled pork sandwiches. So I went with a pork shoulder this year. So. A little something different. And, of course, like you said, I grilled the corn. Had to grill the corn. Got to do that. Yeah. You feel me? And so we did it. We had a little something. But a brother was tired nonetheless. That's the crazy thing about grilling, bro. Once you're done with all that cooking, you be like, I don't even want none of this. Like, I
did it early, man.
I wish I would have done like the day. Now, I ate better the second day than I did the first day. And then yesterday, I did a little something. I don't know what it is about. This is a weird meal. I admit this in advance. But it's something for me about pasta and ribs that I love that combination.
I had pasta too, man.
Did you? I had pasta and ribs, bro. I don't know what it is about that combination, but it's fire to me.
Yeah.
So I did that on yesterday. So, So anyway, good times have been had by all. You feel me? So, hope your 4th was as good as our 4th. But in the midst of all of that, I mean, I know it's been a quiet off season. It wasn't okay. So I ain't gonna say the 5 missed on this. because technically the trade and the free agency season is not over. I'll just say we didn't calculate an unknown as accurately as we could, but we were not alone because nobody calculated this. Shams, how about this for Shams Charania? How about your first year taking over Adrian Wojnarowski and you thinking, man, I'm about to be the new age. Adrian Wojnarowski about to drop these Shams bombs. It's about to be on, about the merchandise this year, and it's crickets out here. It is quiet as it's ever been. Like, I've been a journalist covering in NCAA, NBA for the past now 15, a solid 15. I don't remember it being this quiet. Like, it ain't nothing going on. Like, it's just crickets. And so what happened is what everybody want to know. And one thing we're going to reveal to y'all right now, it's the second apron happened. That's what happened to a lot of these teams who are in the competition mode, who are highly competitive, who want to win championships now. That's what's happening to the teams that want to win championships in the future and have signed. See, here's the crazy part about the second apron. Everybody has been affected by it. And so, for example, most of you saw that a 7-team deal, one of the biggest deals technically in the history of the draft, went down. And it was a 7-team deal. But the problem with this history of the draft, biggest deal ever, 7-team deal, is that it really wasn't anything different than what you'd already heard. Yeah. And so I left a lot of NBA fans confused because they was like, well, wait a minute. If this was supposed to be this big monumental deal, what actually happened? Well, what actually happened is that what these 7 teams that got together and did this trade, really what they did is that they got together and put this into a trade so the back office finances worked better than they would as if these were straight up deals like they were reported. So that tells us here at the 5 and in other outlets that this second apron is kicking everybody's ass, is what it was telling us.
Yeah. Now,
like,
do you think
they don't. Go ahead.
No, I was saying, do you think this is going to affect the CBA at some point since it's a lot of stuff that's not moving?
They're gonna change it up with the new CBA come out. I mean,
so before I get to answer that question, because that's a great question. That's a phenomenal question. The first question you got to ask is, when is the next NBA CBA due? When is it up? Mm-hmm. And I think it's the next negotiation is not until right. That's what I thought. It's not until 29, 30, 31. Now they can start negotiations in 2028, but it's technically not up until 2030. 31. So we stuck with this second apron until then. So to answer your question, will they address it by then? Absolutely. Because here's the problem with the CBA, and we want to help people understand why everything has come to a screeching halt. And you saw it again today with Paolo Banchero. You saw Paolo Banchero today. His deal, let me read it off to you, make sure you understand what just went down. He signed a 5-year, $287 million max rookie contract. Now, technically, he got the most out of his deal that he could possibly get. So that's a phenomenal thing. The NBPA is thrilled. But other brothers gave money back. Like SGA did not sign. His deal should have been $385, almost $400 million. He chose not to go that route. Luka's deal won't be what it should be. what he's eligible for to max out. And that's mainly because some other things are happening behind the scenes. I believe Luka's deal is going to probably fall somewhere in between 3 to 4 years. It's probably going to be more like 3 years. And so, and some other people are doing 3 years. I think Kyrie's deal was 3 years. So everybody is leveraging their deals to get, because they believe what Chad just said and what Cam just said, that a new CBA is coming down the pike. So, and it's coming down the pike because of this second apron is killing people. So, for example, and also that's one of the reasons why, and then I'm going to shut up and let y'all talk. One of the reasons why people are trying to get their people signed early so that they don't have long-term issues coming. And by people, I mean their core. So, you're going to see OKC try to get all their core signed in the next couple of weeks. You're seeing Memphis try to get their core signed over in the next couple of weeks. Although it's curious that Ja is not signed yet. I'm interested about that. So there are other people that are trying to get their core people signed and on the dotted line, locked in for 3 to 5 years. Because when it flips over in 4 years for the next CBA or 3 years in next CBA, it's probably going to look very, very different. So we say all that to say this. What's happening is, and why free agency has been brought to a screeching halt, is because this is technically like the first, I know it's not the official first year of this new CBA, but it is like the first year where you really feel it. Because the old deals are coming to an end and new deals are coming up, and everybody's like, yo, this ain't as easy to navigate as we thought it was. I.e. Boston, who was looking at a $500 million tax bill and had to sell off all their core starting five, and may still not be done because they can't afford to go that far over the tax deal, the second apron. So it's an interesting, second apron was an interesting concept when it first came up with, right. Darwin was like, huh? Right. That's what we try to tell you, Darwin. If it's confusing to us, it's confusing to everybody. And that's why you're not seeing these deals go down the way that we thought that they were. So, Cam, Chad, your thoughts on I like to set the stage for everybody. Now the stage is set, we can get into the conversations. Go ahead.
I mean, like you said, it's very confusing because, a couple years ago, we would see a whole bunch of things going on within the first couple weeks of free agency and trades and all kind of stuff. So when the financials get involved, you definitely got to step back and they have to figure that out. So it's different times.
Well, let's be clear. The finances are always involved. Yeah. They've just never cost as much as they cost now. Yeah. And the numbers are harder to work. I know I just want to clarify for anybody listening. It's just harder to work it. So Cam, before we go into demonstration mode, Cam, I know you want to jump in and say something, or did you want to jump in and say something yet?
I mean, the way it's structured, for the Lakers, we're under the second apron. We're like 900.
Thank God.
900 the second apron. So we want to,
right.
And then I ain't gonna say we screwed ourselves, but when we picked up Jackson Hayes and we bought him for more than the mid level. So now we can't anything we do now, we're going to be over the second apron. So the only way only thing we can do now is trade. We can trade to make sure we have enough room, under the second apron. I just hate it. I hate it for teams like OKC.
Yeah,
this is one of the things they're gonna change, because as much as I hate them and as much as I hate Ronald Sanders, it's not fair that they get punished for drafting a Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, and now that these guys are eligible for big contracts, it's like, well, you got to pick and choose now. No, they got to
pick and choose.
You know what I'm saying? So why punish them for hitting in the lottery and winning that way? And so I think that's going to be one of the things. I think that's going to be one of the things that they change if they was drafted by a certain team. You know what I mean? But it's more than what people think. You can't just go out there and make trades and, I'm gonna pick up this free agent, or I'm gonna pick up this person that was bought out. No, it's got to make sense for your team.
Yeah.
And now, so let me say this. So you talked about the Lakers, so let's use them as an example. So right now the Lakers are actually like they're cleared about 16 million. So the green means they good. They ain't got no worries right now. Right now.
Can you show that?
But
is that technically accurate because it's got Dorian Finney-Smith still on there?
Okay, so this is not 100% completely accurate. You're right. That's a good point. So, but to Cam's point, the Lakers are in a good space. Their deal. Well, maybe you know what? I don't know because now I'm wondering. Does that mean? But I thought that deal already been signed and went through. I thought that was part of the 7-team deal. That's not.
Talking about the Finley Smith.
Yeah, wasn't that all a part of that whole thing, or what?
He wasn't a part of that.
Let me see who. So who was in that deal? I don't remember. It's been so long since they did that deal. I don't even remember who was in that deal.
He might not have been part of it, but it's right though. Look at his money, $15.3 million. Go back up with 16. That's the difference. And then we signed Jackson Hayes.
Yeah,
that is the difference.
Okay, so my point is the point that we're trying to make to everybody. And again, we understand how complicated all this is, but in order for you to understand why your team ain't pulled the trigger on the thing that you think they should have already done, you need to understand this part. Because it is not because they don't want to pull the trigger. It's not because they don't want that player. It's because they still trying to figure out how to make the damn money work. Because the more you go over on the apron, the more it costs you. So let's bring up another team just to give you an example of what we're talking about. Let's look at the Boston Celtics. So the Boston Celtics are over the apron right here at $200 million. They $200 million over the apron. That means they got to pay an additional $200 million in addition to the $195 million they paying on the first apron. It's a lot of money, yo. And they already bought the team for $6 billion. So that's a lot of money. Let's just call it what it is. It's a lot of freaking money. So they ain't in no hurry. They trying to figure out what they're going to do. So they're not done, but they got to figure out how to sell off the parts, do a trade, and still field a good team that can be competitive in the Eastern Conference next year. And that's what every team is doing. That's what everybody is doing. So I'll remove this for now. We may come back to it later as we go through this discussion. But we just need y'all to understand what's going on so you're not confused. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I was confused too until I started deep diving into what was happening with this apron and why it's so hard to navigate it. And then I started playing with the numbers and I'm like, oh, wow, this ain't easy. Like it ain't like the old system where you could just draft pick a person, or if you're in a certain range, you can. No, this is a hard cap, but here's the problem. Who played in the finals this year?
Indiana and Oklahoma City.
And what are they?
Small market teams.
Who else has that model? Where small market teams have a chance because they have a cap system? This ain't a hard question. The NFL. And how's that parity worked out for them? You understand what I'm saying? So the battle is between what the owners see as parity and opportunity and what the ownership individually has to try to achieve. So it's the reason why your Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl or won a Super Bowl or playoff game in 30 years, Chad. Because there's parity in the league and you can't just go outspend everybody. We all know that if this was a league where you could outspend everybody, the Cowboys would dominate. Listen, if this was a league where you could outspend everybody, there'd be 4 teams in the Super Bowl every year. The Cowboys, the Giants, the Kansas City Chiefs, because they seem like their owner likes to spend money, and the Rams. All the big market teams, because they can sign the bigger deals. Yeah. But that ain't how it works. Everybody's capped. So you can only spend what everybody else spend. And then that brings you back to a GM that has to be creative and understand how to work the cap and how to get free agency and how to balance those two things out and do trades. And you find out just how smart guys really are. So far, Sam Presti looks like the smartest man in the room.
Wise man once told me, game is cold, but it's fair.
It's cold, but it's fair.
I.e. Kevin Irvin told me that a long time ago. The game is cold.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Kevin Irvin because he taught you right. So that brings us to question number 2. Question number 2 says, what moves should be happening next? And that's a tricky question. Because there's a lot of stuff out there still that could be done, but how do you do it? How do you do it? And more importantly, how do you do it and still field a competitive team going into 2026? And it's worse for Eastern Conference teams.
Yeah.
Because this is the green light year. Not breaking news, but the end of a development story that the Pacers announced this year that Tyrese Halliburton will not play next year at all. So the Eastern Conference representative for the finals is out. And the team got worse because Miles Turner is gone. Well, I don't know how much worse, but technically they got worse.
Yeah.
So no Halliburton in Indiana. No Damian Lillard is gone in Milwaukee. We don't know what that team is going to look like. No Jason Tatum in Boston. There's a question mark that looks like a cloud, a gray cloud over Philadelphia. Miami seems to be trading off pieces for whatever reason. So who runs the East?
I know exactly what Miami doing.
Let's talk about all of it. Let's talk about it right now.
I don't know what Miami doing. I know the Clippers traded, got that guy over there because they're making room for Bradley Beal. That makes sense.
So Miami, you say, okay, so let's start there then. So Bradley Beal is all of a sudden an interesting piece for a lot of teams because it appears all signs point to Bradley Beal probably before this week is out being bought out. Probably.
Yeah.
And the teams that are lining up to be in the Bradley Beal sweepstakes, from what I've heard, you guys tell me what you've heard. I've heard the Lakers. I've heard the Heat. I've heard
Golden State.
Golden State. Well, of course you heard Golden State. Well, I feel like the Golden State rumor is from you though. Like I don't know if it's a.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a. Is it a real rumor?
It's a real rumor, man. Just like y'all want to get better, we want to get better too.
Whoa, you just moved the goalposts. It ain't that we want to get better. We ain't the one saying that.
I'm saying I've actually heard the Lakers' name mentioned in several sources.
And I heard Golden State. No, it's not from me, it's from sources.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I'm just saying. You gotta listen. If you got a little brother out there, you know you got to give him a hard time. You understand what this is. So okay, and there's like from what I heard, there's about 5 or 6 teams. I don't say 6 or 7. It's like 5 or 6 teams that are out there, and they're all the contenders. They're the usual suspects. So Miami is aggressively, as Cam has stated, they are aggressively saying we would love to have him. Now the Lakers are saying we ain't gonna get aggressive, but we feel like we are in position to have a Bradley Beal. So, and they are. If they're being honest, he fits way more seamlessly into what LA does. And I'll even say this as a courtesy to our little brother, and to what the Warriors does, then he fits what Miami does. I don't know what Miami wants him for, if I'm being honest. Like what for what? Just to have another shooter? To spread the floor?
Yeah. I guess so.
So they're going 4-1. They're going 4 out, 1 in.
I mean, what other options do they have at this point?
That's what I'm asking y'all. I'm asking y'all that question. What would a Bradley Beal offense look like in Miami? Is he the number one option, or is Tyler Hero the number one option?
I don't think he has a chance to go to Miami. I think he's gonna be with the Clippers.
So you think it's the Clippers? Okay.
Because they'll start him. That's what he want to do. Because now he got to prove himself to get more money now. He about to get the mid level right now. That's all he can get if he gets the contract brought out. And so
now you said something. I want to hold on because you kind of buried the lead on that. You said they would start him. Yeah. So are you saying the Warriors or the Lakers wouldn't start him?
He wouldn't start. He wouldn't start with the Lakers.
Why wouldn't he?
Why would he?
I would imagine he would. I don't think they would bring that dude in and not start it.
Oh, Austin Reeves?
Yeah.
I mean, it's I don't know. That's a good that's a good situation because I mean you would bring
because don't you get I was gonna say, Chad, I agree with you. Don't you get stronger if you bring Reeves off the bench?
Oh, that's what I've been saying regardless. I said we should do that regardless, but they're not doing it.
Well, Bradley Beal is the perfect player to do that. And I say perfect.
Why not bring Bradley Beal off the bench? Like
I feel like Reeves would be better off the bench because he'll be good for your second unit. You can hide Bill with LeBron and all them dudes in the.
You can hide behind LeBron and Luka. That's anybody. That's it. That's the offense. That's we're gonna see that with DeAndre Ayton.
Oh no,
facts.
I
think the league gonna be shocked at how good Ayton is when he comes in. Like they're gonna be stunned.
I'm ready to talk about it.
It's gonna look like a steal, but we're gonna get into it. We got to get into it here in a minute because that's
would be better for your second unit.
Who?
I think Reeves would be better for your second unit and get out of the
I think I do too. I think I would if I'm the Lakers, I'm bringing Bradley Beal in to start. I'm saying it's going to be Luka Bradley, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I may really blow your mind. I might be looking to do a 3-guard lineup, and then make LeBron and Ayton my front court. You know why? Because I'd really like to preserve LeBron on defense. I'd like to preserve his minutes. And he's not working nearly as hard trying to guard on the perimeter as opposed to just letting him bang with these untalented bigs in the West. Put him in a true power forward role and let him deal with some of these power forwards. And then you know, because what power forward is dominant in the West? I'll wait. That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
it ain't nobody that LeBron can't guard.
He can guard AD.
Now,
Julius Randle.
He can guard AD.
AD.
That's an interesting one. Those are two interesting ones.
Kevin Durant.
Zion.
Yeah, but Kevin Durant ain't no real powerful.
What he gonna play?
I mean, technically he is, I guess, but you know.
But Bron ain't either.
But they got to guard him too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So that could be an interesting little matchup. So I don't know. That's an interesting. I understand what you.
Wishful thinking, and it all sounds good, but the Bill's not coming to LA. That's fine. That's all good and
now, wait a minute. That's not. Hold on. Now I'm going to expose our private thoughts. That ain't what you were saying the other day. You were saying you thought it could happen. What happened? What changed?
Because you, like I did, I looked at the second apron and I saw everything that goes on. There's no way. You have to trade away 2 or 3 good people to even have a chance to have them. It don't even make sense.
Well, but that's if they buy him out. That's if they don't buy him out. If they buy him out, we can just get him outright for a mid-level.
Yeah.
No, we can't. We don't have the full mid-level because of what we did with Jackson Hayes.
Well, we'll use the mid-level we got. Maybe he want to play for a real title championship.
Oh, okay. Like I say, wishful thinking. I'm here for it. I mean, I want Giannis and Greek Freak. I mean,
well, let me say this. Let me say this. I don't know how we got into Laker talk here, but we're here now. So the challenge of what we're saying is in this conversation is with the Lakers and with the Warriors is that while they both provide better opportunities to the championship run than Miami got more money to pay. So it comes down to what does Bill want? Does he? Because the truth,
but think about it. Bill is going to want somewhere where he can go play basketball. Because guess what? After this year, it's time for another contract. He played behind the Lakers. He's not going to average 20 points a game. He may not even average 15 because you got 3 other players that's going to be having the ball in their hand. 4 now with DeAndre Ayton. So, he got to go to a Clipper team, to a team like that where he can showcase that, hey, I'm worth another contract. He's not going to get paid.
But hadn't he already done that?
But who don't want to get paid?
Hold on.
He going to have to be behind
who don't
Leonard and
Hold on.
I don't care what he got. Who don't want to get paid?
You're going to have to be in LA behind James Harden and Kawhi Leonard too, though.
Right, he ain't starting there either.
He is starting there. Kawhi's playing the 3.
Yeah, and Norm, they just
got
got
rid of Norman Powell ain't there. Norman Powell got traded. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, he's going to start.
Hold on. According to this,
Norman Powell got traded, Chad.
Right, Norman Powell got traded. That's right. But listen, according to this, and we're going to get into those trades in a minute too. In his career, Bradley Beal has made about $318 million.
Goodness gracious.
At some point,
he ain't
don't you?
He ain't gonna take no discount.
Okay, I'm gonna use that same concept you saying right now. Well, why didn't LeBron opt out and take less?
But it's not apples. But no, it's not. It's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Let me tell you why it's not.
You said
no. Let me tell you.
The Lakers, he want to win.
No, let me tell you why it's not though. The difference between Bradley Beal and LeBron is that LeBron got 4 of them things.
Okay, that's fine.
The Bradley Beal has none.
Okay,
and if he wants his legacy to be, realistically, he can keep taking money.
Yeah.
But you're gonna keep taking money on teams that can't compete. The teams that can't compete, they all the teams. Think about all the teams we're talking about that can compete in the West. You're gonna have to make a financial sacrifice to be on one of those teams. Minnesota, Denver Nuggets, whatever team you want to pick. If you want to compete next year, Bradley Beal, you're going to have to take less money. Point blank. Period. There's no other way to do that.
Lord, he automatically taking less money. He can only get paid so much money because he's opting out of his contract. He can only get paid so much.
But what I'm saying is,
it's a mid-level contract. It's a difference in they pay you 4 or 5, we pay you 2, 3.
Okay, but what I'm saying is not just you talking about next year. I'm talking about Bradley Beal. You on the backside of the mountain, sir. Ain't gonna be no more big contracts.
I agree.
Even if you play well, you're gonna have to take less money if you want to compete for the rest of your career for championships. Now, we might be able to bump you up in a year 2 or 3 with a little something, a little thank you contract. But if you want to compete, sir, for the next, what do you want the final 5 years of your career to look like, Bradley Beal? That's the question. What do you want the final 5 years to look like? If you want it to look like competition and going for titles, you're going to take less money. If you want to just make your money and get on out the door, you go play with the Clippers and you'll never sniff a championship run, sir.
He's still playing next year to prove to what he got out there to teams so he can still get money.
You missing my point. He's already proven. No, what I'm saying is this. He's already proven his point. So everybody knows that Bradley Beal can play. There's nothing left to prove. The only thing left to prove is can you win a title?
Sir, Bradley Beal ain't proved nothing in 3 years. He's probably played a handful of games, probably 50 games in 3 years. He hasn't proven anything.
What is he not proving? Because he's got $318 million.
That's off his contract with Washington, though. Bradley Beal has not proven nothing in 3 years. He got to prove it now because he's a free agent.
So what does he need to prove? Is my question.
First of all, that he can stay healthy and that he can play basketball.
To do what though?
To get paid after next year.
So all he needs is okay. So here's the difference of what you're saying and what I'm saying.
That, Lord. Guess who else doing it? DeAndre Ayton is doing the same thing too. That's why he's doing it.
No, it's not the same. It's not the same because we not
the same thing.
Hold on. No. It's not the same because here's the difference between what you just said. No, here's what I'm saying. We didn't bring Bradley Beal to play basketball. We don't need Bradley Beal to play basketball. What we need him to do is play basketball in a championship environment and help lead this team to a championship. That's why he's going to get his next check. It ain't going to be because he played basketball well. We don't care about that.
What?
Listen to what I'm saying. You're not listening to what I'm saying.
Listen to yourself.
No, I am. I'm saying
okay.
Let me break it down so you can understand what I'm saying. If Bradley Beal puts up 19 and 14, but we win a title. No, my bad. That's too high. If Bradley puts up 15 and 12, but we win a title, not Bradley Beal. I'm sorry. I didn't mean Bradley Beal. I apologize. I mean Bradley Beal. If DeAndre Ayton puts up 15 and 12, but we win a title, is DeAndre Ayton getting another contract?
Yes.
Absolutely. That's my point. He ain't gotta be dominant to get another chance. What he's gotta do is do what he's called to do on this team and help us win a title. Then he'll get another contract. But Bradley Beal you're saying Bradley Beal gotta prove he can even play basketball at all. Well,
he gotta prove he can stay healthy and play basketball, yes.
Okay, well, based on what you're saying, we don't need him at all. But I'm saying if he wants more than that, if he wants to say, I'll take less money to help the Lakers win a title. I don't care about the money no more. I just want to win a championship. And listen, that's every man's individual conversation.
If Bradley Beal
is
15 and 7.
If Bradley Beal is giving us 15 and 7 and it's leading us to a championship, Bradley Beal might get one more decent contract. It's possible. Yeah. It's possible. Pranish says Lakers need a big and better defense. Bradley Beal ain't the one to make the Lakers better.
I think we should go look at his playoff numbers then and compare them to everybody else's playoff numbers.
I don't want to do that. That's not a solid. Okay, tell me what they are.
They're not bad. That's what I'm saying. We should. Like his playoff number and his finals number, they weren't bad.
When did Bradley Beal go to the finals?
Against Milwaukee.
Washington was in the finals one year?
Who?
Washington.
I'm talking about DeAndre Ayton. She talking about
okay. I was like, what was?
No, I'm talking about DeAndre Ayton number. This
Bradley Beal in it. Oh, okay. Oh no, 100%. But that's my point.
No, I'm talking for her. I'm talking whoever that just posted.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, Ayton just needs to perform to a championship level, whatever that looks like. Yeah. We already know he's the third or fourth option. We already got that figured out. But whatever that is, if you could get up if he can somehow get to the Anthony Davis numbers, brother, he gonna get a nice contract.
I think he just needs to get a consistent double average.
He's not gonna get to.
It's gonna be hard to get to that because he's not gonna have the ball.
Exactly. He's definitely
not gonna have the ball. But I think he's got to get. Listen, 15 and 12, 18 and 12.
How many games in the NBA?
That's solid. That's pretty solid.
Average consistent double, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, Bradley Beal played 53 games last year.
Right. I don't like using last year though.
He played 53 games the year before that.
He did.
He played 50 the year before that.
He been hurt a long time.
He played 40 the year before that.
Right.
Bradley Beal got to prove that he can stay healthy.
But Bradley Beal, but none of that hurt his money, is what I'm trying to explain to you.
I never said nothing about it hurting Bradley Beal money. He got paid off his contract. It ain't hurting Paul George's money either.
Right.
It ain't hurting his money either. So, and guess what? When his contract is up, he's gonna have to prove, or nobody's signing him to a deal like that. That's what I'm saying. He got to eventually got to go play basketball. And
let's be clear. Bradley Beal may have gotten his last big contract. It's possible. Very possible.
But that's what I'm saying though. He got to go prove next year to get any kind of money, like a significant contract, whether that's $14 million a year, whether it's $18 million a year, whether it's $6 million a year. It's going to determine what he do next year. That's what I'm saying.
But
whatever
see,
he
I
do
think
next year is going to bank off of it. If he played 50 games, he's not getting $15 million a season.
Let me say this. I think his best path to getting another decent contract is to go sacrifice and play for a contender and show that he can be a part of a team as opposed to being a leader on the team. I think the worst thing that he could do is try to go and be a starter somewhere and put up meaningless numbers.
So you want him to be Ray Allen at this point?
I think he is Ray Allen at this point.
And what did Ray Allen get paid for the Heat?
I don't know. I don't have those numbers in front of me. But if you could find, that'd be great. I'm just saying. But Ray Allen also was the fourth option on those teams.
I agree.
And those teams got to the finals.
If Bill wants the money, he'll be back
twice.
Ray Allen was healthy.
I'm not. I agree with you. That part I'm not arguing.
I'm trying to say something now. Ray Allen was healthy.
Agreed.
Ray Allen healthy is not what Bradley Beal is healthy. Bradley Beal healthy is a bucket with the ball in his hand.
I agree. Everything you're saying, I agree with. I'm saying
he's able to make more money than what Ray Allen made at this time in his career. You say he's Ray Allen. I'm saying no. If Bradley Beal is healthy, Bradley Beal is a bucket if he healthy.
No. I'm not comparing. But see, you're comparing players. I'm not doing that. I'm saying at this stage in his career, it is probably more prudent for him if he wants. Because here's the other part that you're not mentioning. If you are a franchise, how old is Bradley Beal? 32, 33, 34, somewhere? Is that what he is?
He's been in the league 13 years.
Okay, so if you're a franchise, are you bringing Bradley Beal in as a centerpiece to the future? No. So
he can be your B or your C player though.
For how long? You just said he had 4 years in a row he wasn't healthy.
I'm just saying we're talking about health though. I said if he's healthy, if he play basketball next year, he can get there.
But how big is that if?
It's a big if for everybody. We can say the same thing about Kyrie right now. It's a big if for everybody.
So the smarter thing as a GM would be, Bradley, we no longer need you in that role. What we need you to do is help be the best, the greatest role player, team player, off the bench, whatever. Or he could be a starter, but not in the same way that he has been. So I might, as a Laker, say, we're going to make you the starter because we respect your 13 years. But the lion's share of the minutes are going to go to Austin Reeves. But for the 20 minutes we got you in the game, I'm going to need you to get this 15 and 20. Or 15 and 15. Or 15, 4 and 4.
Hey.
Whatever that is.
Kyrie been in the league 1 year longer than Bradley Beal.
Okay, what's your point?
And I'm going to prove, I'm going to show you about the points too, because the points are damn near similar of what they average.
Okay.
Kyrie played 50 games last year.
Yeah.
Kyrie played 58 games the year before that.
Yeah.
The year before that, he played 20. The year before that, 20. The year before that, he played 40. The year before that, he played 29.
Let's just deal with the 3 years. Let's just deal with these last 3 years. Put side by side. Hold on. I'm with you. Nope, it's not. Not even close to the same boat. Put the 3 years side by side.
Hey, man, I'm going to use boat.
Put the 3 years side by side.
I didn't know.
Put whatever years you want.
No, I'm going to use your 3 years. Let's use your 3 years. Bradley Beal's
50, 58, and 20.
Okay, so the 50 is what year?
Last year.
This year he just played 50. Okay, so he's 50 this year, and Kyrie was how many this year?
I'm talking about Kyrie was 50.
Okay, what was Bradley this year? My point is, okay, don't do it because it takes too long. Let's take too long. Let's just do it this way. Let's make it easy. No, let's make it easy, Cam, because that's going to take too long.
I'm listening.
Last year, Kyrie was on a team that lost Luka Doncic.
Okay.
And Bradley was on a team that had 2 other Hall of Famers.
Okay.
The year before, you said Kyrie played 58, I think it was, and Bradley played somewhere. We guesstimate, but it was in the 50s. It was similar. Kyrie was on a team that went to the NBA Finals, and Bradley was on a team that barely made the playoffs.
Okay.
My point is that's not apples to apples. And what you're asking Kyrie to do over here, you wasn't asking Bradley to do over here.
Okay.
So my point is, Bradley, and by the way, Bradley in a role-playing role was still not able to give you the same production that Kyrie did as the number 2 scorer.
Okay.
So I'm saying Bradley can get to where he wants to get to by being less of a player. He don't have to go.
He's not. He's not going to get that money like that. He's not going to get
I'm not talking. We're not talking about the same.
But okay. I am.
But what I'm saying to you is,
started the conversation. I said if Bradley Beal want to get paid again, that's how I started it.
Right. And I said, damn, getting paid, nigga. Go get your. I'm sorry. Forgive me, Lord. Forgive me. Go get your ring, and your money will. The money that you're going to get at this stage of your career will be there.
Maybe
it'll be there.
Maybe he don't necessarily want a ring. Maybe he can get all the money he can get and get a.
And that's fair too. Listen, Joe Johnson didn't appear to want a ring because he kept taking situations where they was gonna give him his check, and ain't nothing wrong with that. By the way, ain't a thing wrong with that. Go get your paper, man, because you only got a short window to get it anyway.
You know how many championship rings in the contract?
At the end of the day, Bradley Beal ain't going to the Lakers. I mean, that's what it boils down to. I mean, it's a Cinderella story. It's a feel-good story, but
okay. Before we effectively move on from this topic, which I love this topic, by the way, if he does go to the Lakers, what you gonna say then? Because what if he says, "I want this ring, and I see a path to get this ring over here for what they're gonna ask me to do"?
Again, Rob is not gonna trade away 3.
He ain't got to trade nothing. He ain't got to trade nothing.
He does have to. He can't.
No,
just
he doesn't.
Yes, he does. We can't just pick him up. We don't have. We can't pay him the full minimum of what he can get paid. We don't have that money no more. When we signed Jackson Hayes, it ate off some of our money that we can sign. I'm telling you that.
Okay, but okay, you missing something in the translation.
No, I am not.
Yes, you are.
We cannot pick up Bradley Beal right now. We're not picking a trade.
Cam, obviously the second apron is kicking your ass as well. Let me help you with this.
I know what I'm talking about.
No, you don't, because here's the thing that you're missing. Here's what you're missing. You can sign Bradley Beal. Then hold on. Can I finish? Can I finish? Yes, you can. That makes no sense. That makes no sense what you're saying. You can absolutely sign him. But what you have to do, let me finish. What you have to do after you sign him is that the pieces that you're talking about that would take up that financial cap space, you're going to have to move them along. Either in a trade or you could just waive them. You don't have to keep these players on the team. So if you think Bradley Beal is worth getting, you can absolutely get him if you're the Lakers.
You would have to trade these. I told you have to trade these important role players to be so far under. Yeah, I'm talking about like a. You have to trade like Gabe Vincent. You have to trade. Hold on. You would have to trade Vanderbilt and somebody else. I'm not talking about people on a 2-way contract.
Hey, we trying to trade them anyway?
Not for Bradley Beal. We're not trying to do that.
We're not trading him for Bradley Beal. You're missing the point.
I'm not missing the point. I'm saying you would have to trade them to get under the apron. I'm saying I'm not trading all that away just to have a Bradley Beal. That's dumb.
You can trade those players for someone of a lesser contract that's younger.
That's going to keep Luka happy. Yeah.
Luka's already happy. He got his boy. He got his boy playing with him.
Oh, man.
You trying to say Luka ain't gonna be happy if Gabe Vincent ain't there? Are you telling me that Gabe Vincent is the key? Gabe Vincent is the key to keeping Luka Doncic?
Lord, you better than that, man. Stop, man.
No, you're better than that. Gabe Vincent is the key to keeping Luka Doncic.
Let's make a friendly bet that we ain't getting Bradley Beal. How about that?
That's a different conversation.
What are we talking about? That's what we talking about. You know we ain't getting him.
No, that's a different conversation. I didn't say he was. I'm just saying my point to what I was simply saying was it's going to be interesting to see what Bradley Beal does, because he can absolutely do what you're saying. He can go get his money. This is probably his last contract he's ever going to get. Go get your money, man. Finish out your next 3-4 years and go walk and ride off in the sunset ringless. He can do that. But if he wants a ring, he will acquiesce to what it takes to get that. Matter of fact, if he really wants a ring, and just being honest, I don't even sign a multiple year deal. I sign a 1 year deal with somebody. And just say, for 1 year, like you said, let me show you how valuable I am. And you prove it to that team and the rest of the league that you can come in just in that 1 year and make a contribution enough to help a team get either deep in the playoffs or to win it all. That's probably more likely what he's going to do. Because if he tries to go get, first of all, you just said it. Bradley Beal ain't played no full season like forever. So why would I sign you to a multiple year deal anyway? I'm not doing that.
That's why I say he has to go prove himself to shoot. That's why I said that.
But what I'm saying is on a 1 year deal, which is very doable.
That's fine.
For all the teams that we talked about.
He still got to go prove himself. First of all, he got to be healthy and he got to play basketball. That's what I just said. I'm not saying nothing different.
But that doesn't take the Lakers off the table is what I'm trying to explain to you. That actually puts them back on the table.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Lakers got a chance to get Bradley Beal.
You know what's funny to me, Cam? You brought this to me.
That was before the Jackson Hayes stuff. Because that plays. Hey, I also told you that 17 trade that you want to argue me about has nothing to do with any moves we trying to make right now. I said we can still go trade Rui Hart. I said we can still trade Rui and Connect. Hold on, Lord. I said we can still go trade Rui and Connect right now and get Wiggins, and it has nothing to do with this trade. You kept saying yes, it does.
I said it. Okay, if I'm wrong, then why haven't they done it already?
Oh my God, that's my frustration. I said, what are we waiting on? You're telling me, we got to let this play out. We got to see.
We do.
That move has nothing to do with this 17.
It does. It does. It does. Because they wouldn't have done it if it didn't.
Oh man.
They wouldn't have done it if it didn't have anything to do. None of these teams, nobody gets into a 17 trade just to say we did it. That's a stupid reason.
Okay.
So they did it because there's some stuff they're trying to work out with the apron.
It's done. The trade is done. So what they worked out? How did it benefit the Lakers?
It's got to be financial at this point.
It's financial.
How did it benefit the Lakers? What I'm asking you. To the point where
I think that's the rest of the story that's to be told. And we don't know that yet. We don't know that yet. Because there's other.
Right.
Listen.
All right, man.
Hold on, Cam. You acting like everybody. Nobody really benefited from the trade. Who else benefited from this trade? Did the Warriors put themselves in prime position to do some stuff because we don't? That's my point. That's my point. That's my point.
What I'm saying is, why are we not? My frustration with you was like, hey, why are we sitting here not making moves? You talking about we waiting on the 17 trade? I said this trade has nothing to do with us making any other moves.
What I said specifically was, once this 17 trade is done, then we'll start to see what all of this really means. And now we're starting to see what all of this really means. And what it really means is people are in a room right now scratching their heads trying to figure out how to make these final moves that they want to make with this apron staring them in the face. That's what we're talking about. This guy here.
Oh, man.
I'm just saying, that's what we're talking about.
All right, go ahead. Y'all go ahead. I'll tell y'all how it benefited the Lakers.
Okay. Well, we're here now. We hear that question right now. Question 3 is the latest trades and signings and trade rumors. So how do you believe it benefited the Lakers? And matter of fact, while you getting that together, let's talk to Chad because he's a Warrior fan and he's trying to. He probably shares your frustration.
And the biggest thing for them in the offseason is Al Horford. Maybe ain't nothing to talk about with him.
Well, they might have some other. No, the other thing is Jonathan Kuminga. What are they going to do with Jonathan Kuminga?
Don't know. They just in limbo like everybody else. But I mean,
well, once again, I've heard there are several teams that are aggressive. Sacramento really wants them. They ready to do a deal tonight.
Yeah, but it depends on what we get back. That's the thing. If they don't,
well, what does Sacramento have that y'all want? That's the real question.
I mean, they got pieces, but they're not gonna want to give up for a Kuminga. They got a Sabonis and a Malik Monk, but you're not gonna give that up for a Kuminga.
Sabonis would be nice if y'all could pull that off.
But you got to give up.
That'd be nice.
You got to give
Ooh,
up.
that'd be nice.
You probably got to give up a lot more stuff to get that. You can't just. But
Yeah, you're not getting Monk. I don't think. But I heard Monk get some rumors the other day. And I was like, for real?
Yeah, I heard that too. So
I'm like, I knew this apron was kicking people in the behind when they said Monk was in the room, and I was like, that's like the third blessed player on the team, the second blessed player on the team.
Yeah.
Why would you be giving up on him? Folks, I'm telling you, folks are struggling to figure this cap situation out. They're struggling.
Yeah, the finance department is going crazy right now.
Because why would you keep Monk over DeMar DeRozan? If I'm going to give up on somebody, I'm going to give up on the older guy, the 35-year-old DeMar DeRozan. I'm not going to give up on the 27-year-old Malik Monk. But they're doing it because they don't want to pay Malik Monk the money that he's going to be due, which is probably close to $200 million.
So that's why you do a lot of those deals, because you're not going to want to pay them dudes. So go ahead and move them out the way.
So if you're the Warriors, there's Levine, there's Sabonis, there's DeRozan. Keegan Murray's gone, right?
No,
he's still there.
I thought they traded him out for something.
No, they traded him. They got him from Indiana, I think, or somewhere.
He's still there.
Okay, he's still there. Devin Carter's still there. Terrence Davis is still there.
Yeah, he was part of the Hollenberg trade, I think.
Okay, so if you're the Warriors, who do you want?
That's my point exactly. Ain't nothing to talk about Al Horford.
Sabonis.
No, man, get out of here, bro.
Sabonis, but Malik Monk would be a good person off the bench.
He's not gonna come out the bench again. I don't think he's ready. He won't do that.
Well, what we needed in the playoffs.
Not that he can stop it, but
Yeah, what we needed in the playoffs when Steph went down was somebody to come off the bench and point guard spot. You can provide that. So.
Well, I'll say this: Malik Monk is a good long-term solution to their situation because he could be a nice building block to where you're trying to go, and it kind of helps your future. I ain't gonna say he's a one. I don't think he's a one, but he's a nice 2 or 3 that you can build around as Steph starts to fade off into the sunset.
Yeah,
Malik Monk.
He's 27.
I don't care about his age. I'm talking about his production.
He can give you some points and some productivities.
He can give you. Look, he can't give you necessarily superstar, but he can give you at least. A good.
He's giving you 17, 3 and 5 right now.
That's doable. That's doable.
That's not bad. It's
not bad. So
you don't like that? You don't like that, Kel?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
So yeah, if he can come in and spell Steph on some of those minutes and be the backup, I'm cool with that. But
now I'm sure he don't want to be the backup. I'm sure he'd like to start. It's not available to him at the Warriors uniform, but
he'll be able to do that in a couple years.
Okay.
Yeah, but other than that, I don't really know.
Well, they've got no movement out of Sacramento, none.
No.
The New Orleans Pelicans seem to want Kuminga bad, which I'm not sure why.
Give us a little Trey Murphy and
that's no shade to him, but I'm just saying I don't know what the Pelicans are doing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what Joe Dumars is doing. I don't know what he's doing.
They had one of the best drafts. He just took over.
They got a nice young core. I agree. They got some. They did have a good draft. I can't take that away from them.
And then they added 2 good veterans, didn't they? They added.
Did they? Did they add 2 good veterans? They added 2 good veterans. 2.
They added Looney, and who else did they add?
Jordan Poole.
Yeah. And Sadiq Bey. Oh, you said Sadiq Bey and Looney.
I'm saying Poole.
Stop playing.
He could create his own shot.
Who y'all just talking about? You just talking about Malik Monk numbers? Pull up Poole numbers and see his numbers. Pull up pool numbers against Malik.
Why are we doing this? This is not good.
All I asked was pull up his numbers against Malik Monk.
21, 3 and 5 for Washington.
Okay.
I mean, that's decent. That's decent.
That's more than
it is for. That's only because somebody had to shoot the ball in Washington.
Oh, okay.
You can't play a 48-minute game and nobody shoot the ball. He shot it. Do you want Jordan Poole?
Over who? Malik Monk? Yeah. Hell yeah, I take Jordan Poole over Malik Monk. He a bucket. Yeah.
Is DeJounte Murray still? Is he in New Orleans?
He's still there, but I think he's coming off that.
No, he's not there. Is he?
Yes.
Yeah. I think
he's there with a torn ACL. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. He ain't gonna play no time soon, but he's there.
Okay.
I don't Jordan Poole. No.
Hey man,
I say the same thing about Malik Monk. That's why when he left us, I was happy. No,
we don't need none of that with Jordan Poole. That's a whole nother headache that we don't even need.
We talking like Malik Monk is the savior.
I didn't say that. You didn't hear me say that at all. I just said he'd be a nice pickup for them.
Okay.
For what they do.
Yeah.
I was trying to help Chaz's team.
I mean, it just depends on what we're looking for, man. That's all.
Because I don't understand the Pelicans at all.
I think that's good for the Pelicans. That's all I'm saying. With those youngsters there, I think it's good for the Pelicans. That's all I'm saying.
We're gonna revisit this conversation.
I guess they rather have Malik Monk over there with the Pelicans there, right?
Maybe he's building draft things for a bigger picture draft.
Ooh.
The Pelicans. Maybe he's getting assets for a bigger
They
draft.
just got their starting center and they starting point guard. What are y'all talking about? It's huge. Like 2 top 10 picks.
No,
well, they got their
They got what?
They drafted a point guard and a center.
They got their starting point guard. What are you talking?
Well, they drafted their future. They trying to draft their future. I got what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I don't know if those guys will turn out to be but we'll see. I mean, we'll see.
Fear is going to at least have one of the top jerseys, though.
I like what they've done. That's true. That part's true. Because zero fear is a jersey. That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire.
He's a Westbrook that can shoot. Coming out in the draft. He's a Westbrook that can shoot. He got.
Well, I'll say this. If he truly is that, then yes, they have their guy. They have one of their pieces.
A Bakito. He's a buck.
Well, like I said, on paper it looks like they got 2 great players. We'll see. I don't know if I like what's around them, but we'll see.
By the way, in that 17 trade, you know what that allowed the Lakers to do? That allowed us to sign our draft pick because we moved up in the draft. So that was part of the trade. We're moving up in the draft.
Oh, the Anthony Davis trade, you mean?
No, the trade to move up to get the kid from Arkansas.
Oh, yes.
That's what it did for us.
Yeah, it did. Now, that don't seem like a lot today.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that either. I didn't say that.
I was going to say, by the end of the season, and we might be like, boy, that was the greatest trade, one of the greatest trades of all time. We don't know.
I said I'm okay with him and not Dorian Finney-Smith. I said that. I'm okay with having him.
You did.
It's the same player. I'm just saying, in the same context, I'm saying, why are we not making these other moves? That 17 trade had nothing to do with anything.
Free agency is not over yet. We'll see.
Okay, but that's my point.
There is some financial flexibility that was gained from that 17 trade for all 17. Now, to what level that is, I don't know. None of us do, because no team is going to reveal that to you. But that's why they did it, because it relieved some pressure from the pressure valve for those 7 teams. And so now they all think they did a good deal. So we'll see if that's true or not.
Can we put the Bradley Beal conversation to sleep?
I thought we did already.
Hell no, we didn't. I got a question about it.
Then you gotta ask that question.
Okay.
I've been there with Bradley Beal. Okay.
I want to bring up something you said.
Go ahead.
You said Kyrie was the second most important player for the Mavericks, the scoring wise.
The last 2 years, yeah.
Okay, so Bradley Beal, the last 3 years, They played the same amount of games the last 2 years. Same amount of games, right? Okay. So Bradley Beal, he averaged 17 as a third option for the Mavericks. That would be equivalent to whatever Kyrie did as a second option, though, right? If Kyrie averaged 23 as a second option, Bradley Beal is a third option, 17, that would kind of be equivalent, right?
Okay.
But the year before that, he averaged 18.
I'm just trying to see where you're going.
The year before that, he averaged 18. The year before that, he averaged 23. Now, when I'm saying this, I'm talking about shooting the ball over all 3 years, shooting the ball over 50%.
Okay.
So if Bradley Beal is the second best player on the team, how much is he gonna average? If he's the second best player on the team, playing the same amount of games, he played the same
on whose team though?
You take it whoever you want to take it.
That matters.
Okay, but he was in the same boat with that Kyrie was in because he's playing with a ball dump. He's playing with Booker and he's playing with Durant. That is equivalent to playing with Luka. That is the same thing.
I don't know if it's the same.
Let me say that again. It's probably worse for Bradley Beal that he playing with Booker. Booker needs the ball in his hand. He playing with KD. KD don't need it as much as Booker, but he got the ball.
If you're looking at what he did strictly from offensive production, then there is some truth to what you're saying.
Now one of these guys plays defense. Now one of them plays defense. So that's the only thing we better be talking about.
Well, but here's where I will add other elements to it, because in the Mavericks' perspective, his 17 or 23 or whatever Kyrie was averaging is in addition to dominant sounds aggressive. Maybe we'll say solid defensive play, and also. Hold on. Yes, they clearly were solid. They got to the finals last year.
Not because of Kyrie and Luka. They don't play defense.
That's not what you miss.
Let me come back.
You're not putting it all together. You're using one thing to make an argument, and I'm telling you can't do that.
You just use the word Kyrie and defense. That don't go together.
That's not what I said, Cam. What I said was, in addition to his 23, I'm saying the Mavericks played solid defense that helped that 23 be a productive 23. Right. And they also had a bench that helped that to be a productive 23. Whereas we know Phoenix had no bench whatsoever, and they had decent defense with their five. Decent. I'm not saying it was great. I'm not saying it was good. I'm saying it was okay. But their five, all they had was 5 players.
Chad,
that got tired every game.
Lord ain't never said nothing. Lord been talking about Phoenix defense ever since all these people got together saying they ain't never winning nothing. This team don't play. I did. Don't say they playing solid defense now. Then they ain't playing no defense.
Okay. I was trying to be nice, Cam. Come on now.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay, well then let me go hardcore. Hold on. Let me be hardcore. Then if we go in there, I'll try to be nice in the post-mortem.
They traded their 2 defensive players, Cam Johnson and Bridges. They go.
I agree. So in the post-mortem, that kind of makes my point. There was you can't. His 17 is wildly ineffective because it doesn't offset any points from the other team because they don't play defense.
All right. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. That's really what I was. But I was trying to be nice, and you just drug me to the dark. You drug me to the dark side.
The shit you just said don't make sense to me, but I get it. I hear you.
Why doesn't it make sense?
Because I told you the same thing for Kyrie, the scoring, whatever he's scoring, is equivalent to whatever Bradley Beal's scoring.
It's not equivalent. It's not equivalent.
Hold on. And you turned that one to make it seem that Kyrie's doing something different. He got now we went from Kyrie and Beal to talking about their defense, what they
we have to. Hold on. Come on, man. Cam. Nobody wins a basketball game by themselves. That's not how it works.
I never said they.
But that's how you talking, because you said his 23, and his 17. No, that's not how it works.
I'm telling you that the production he's doing playing with 2 ball dominant people is the exact thing that Kyrie is doing with a ball dominant person. Is what I'm telling you.
Except that it's not though.
And then
how could it be?
That Kyrie plays solid.
No, I didn't say. You keep saying I said that. You're not listening.
Cam, you're right. You're right. Hey, I'm gonna say what you want to hear. You're right.
Nope. What you need to do is just open your ears and listen. I never said Kyrie was a great defender.
You're right, Lord.
Okay, all right. Now we going back to 6th grade. I got it. I feel you, dog.
Yeah. Because you're right.
I'm not trying to be right in the way that you think I am. I'm saying
I disagree with you. Let me just leave it at that then.
Okay, let me just talk to somebody who will actually listen. Chad, what I'm saying is that Kyrie's 23 is aided with the Mavericks defense that they play. So it feels bit, it looks and is more impactful than Bradley's non-defense 17.
It was very impactful in the NBA Finals, Chaz, what he's saying. Homeboy was a no-call, no-show. Bradley Beal could have put that up, huh, Chad?
Oh, my God. Let's move on.
He was a no-call, no-show.
Why did you bring this back up? What was your point?
I'm talking to somebody that would listen to me.
What is your point? I was listening. You just don't want to listen.
No, I don't agree with you.
What are you disagreeing with? What are you disagreeing with?
Let me go right back. Let me start right back over to the same conversation that we just started with this Bradley Beal. The same thing.
What are we disagreeing about?
You're not listening then, are you?
I'm listening. I promise you I'm listening. Man, I'm trying to understand what we're disagreeing about.
I'm saying Bradley Beal production with Phoenix or the last 3 years is the equivalent of what Kyrie has done the last 3 years. That's what I'm saying. It's the same thing. And I'm saying,
okay.
The thing is, we just have to see Bradley Beal as a second option again to see if he's
I can pull those numbers up when he was a second option. I bet they better than Kyrie.
So all you wanted me to say, hold on. All you really want me to say, hold on. Let me. Can I talk? Or we just not gonna let each other talk?
I'm done.
Because I thought we had better respect for that then.
I'm done.
Okay, so let me finish. You said you're done, so that I can talk now then, and you can listen like I did for you. Okay, so what I'm saying to you is, are you simply saying that you want me to acknowledge the fact that Kyrie had basically the same amount of points as Bradley Beal? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay, then what are you saying? That's what I'm asking you.
I'm saying his production was the same when you're talking about Kyrie playing as a second option as the same as Bradley Beal playing as a third option. I'm saying the production is the same. If Bradley Beal was a second option, his numbers would probably be better than Kyrie's.
Okay, so what does that mean to the bigger conversation that we're having about Bradley Beal? That's essentially what I'm asking.
I'm saying Beal is worth that money. That's what I'm saying. He's playing for a contract. Dang.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question because you keep arguing that point about he's worth that money.
I'm not arguing.
Hold on. I got you. So what I'm asking you is, at what point in this conversation did I say he wasn't worth it?
Oh my God.
I'm asking you. When did I say that?
I didn't say you didn't say that, Lord.
So then I'm asking you, what are you arguing? Because I'm not disagreeing with anything you said.
I'm not arguing with you. You said he was at best Ray Allen's. What you said?
What? No. What I said was, I think at this stage. Hold on. What I'm saying at this point in his career, he is Ray Allen in the sense of who's going to give him a big contract at this stage, 13 years into his career.
And I said no. He could do the same thing that Kyrie just did. That's what I said.
For who?
For whoever want to pay him that much.
Give me some names.
Hey, Kyrie didn't have no. Now you make it seem like Kyrie had all those suitors too.
I didn't say nothing about Kyrie. I ain't made you say nothing.
The Clippers. The Clippers.
You think the?
The Clippers will pay him money. That's what they do. So you think wait. That's what the Clippers do, right?
Well, now that part I can't argue.
Miami will pay him money. Hey, Miami will pay him that money. If he go out there and play games and produce, Miami will pay him that money.
Okay, so now let me ask Cam Alexander. Okay, so let me ask Lawrence Alexander. Forget Cam. Let me ask Lawrence Alexander.
Hell no.
Okay, yeah. So we can dead this whole conversation because we're in agreement.
But no, that's me though. Now you're asking me.
No. What I'm simply asking you is Miami a championship team if they pay Bradley Beal to be their number 2?
If Bradley Beal next year averaged 24 points, whatever, let's call it 23 points.
Okay.
If he averaged 23 points, I'm saying he can get the same deal that Kyrie just got.
I ain't asked you about his deal. I ain't asked you about his deal.
Miami, yes. Miami, yes.
They're a championship team?
I didn't say they were a championship team.
That's my question. What team can he go to and be a championship team?
Houston
this year.
Houston.
So what would you give up if you're Houston?
What would you
for Bradley Beal?
Do what you got to do. Houston. You asked me what team. I'm telling you, Houston.
Okay, let's put that in the trade machine since you brought it up. Because I know you're being silly, but it's fine. I'm gonna play it silly.
No. You don't have to put that.
No.
Yeah, you don't have to put that in the trade. He just got bought out, right? He can go walk to Houston, right? And he can go prove himself, right? Oh, he can go prove himself, right?
But once again, it goes back to what we said about the Lakers. If you bring in Bradley Beal and you do what you just said, you got to pay him the mid-level exception or whatever that is. That means you got to dead off some people off that team.
Hey, Lord, Chad, Bradley Beal will be the number 2 option over in Houston. It ain't Van Fleet. It would be Bradley Beal. Put him in the same situation as the number 2 option. All right.
So who would you get rid of? You
don't have to get rid of nobody now. He'll be a free agent. He's going to get the mid-level. This year you don't have to get. Yeah, go pull it up. Pull his numbers up.
I'm going to show you. Hold on. I'm going to show you exactly what it says so you can see it for yourself. It says Houston is hard capped at the first apron.
Just like the Lakers, right?
The Lakers are not hard capped at the first apron.
900,000 short of it. Okay, same thing. Second apron.
So my point is, you got to get rid of some people in order to make this work.
You said you would get rid of some people for Bradley Beal with the Lakers.
I probably would, because there's people. Hold on. Because there's people that you and I have discussed we were getting rid of anyway.
So you don't think Houston would do that for a Bradley Beal?
Okay, who you getting rid of is what I'm asking you.
Aaron Holiday, you can go.
Okay.
He played 6 minutes a game anyway. Jeff Green, your $2 million, you can go. You just
re-signed. Hey, you just re-signed him.
You can still waive him. You 65 years old. Whatever, you ain't making that. All those people, you can get rid of all that trash and get.
Because you still ain't there. You got a ways to go.
You make the trade then, just like you said. You said we'll make a trade. We will trade off. You don't think we'll trade Vincent for and just to have Bradley Beal?
But if you already if you're already over the first apron, you can't trade for anybody because it's gonna keep putting you over the apron.
Hey, look here. They'll make it work to get Bradley Beal over there, just like you said. The Lakers will make it work. I'm saying the same thing you said, man.
But but you're not saying it right. The Lakers are the Lakers.
Oh my
you're
God.
not saying it right. You just trying to. I don't understand why you riding so hard for Bradley Beal today. You don't really.
It's cool when they do it, but I get you. I hear you, man.
No, it ain't cool today for nobody. I don't understand why this Bradley Beal love is so high.
I'm not riding hard. I just tried to make a point, just like you just tried to make a point.
I just don't understand what your point is. I don't understand what your point is.
I don't understand what yours is, so we can just agree to
Well, but you're doing it out of pettiness, and I legitimately don't.
I'm doing it because I believe what I'm saying, just like you believe what you're saying, bro.
But my point is, what are you saying? What exactly are you saying?
Chad, what am I saying? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay, let's ask Chad. Chad, what is Cam saying and what am I saying? And then maybe we can then we'll get an understanding of each other's point.
Cam, from my interpretation, Cam is saying that the quality that Kyrie is playing and what he's done is basically the same thing as Bradley Beal. They bring the same thing to the table based off their abilities and contract-wise and everything. Bradley Beal should have got or can get what Kyrie is getting because they played the similar amount of games and have the same, stats. That's what I think.
Okay, and I agree with that, Chad. Now, tell him what you think I'm saying. Maybe you don't understand what I'm saying. Tell him what I'm saying. What you think I'm saying.
I think you're saying that you can sign him, but you have to give away some of those contracts to be able to do it, to be able to make it work. I think that's what you're saying. It's possible, but you still got to shed some contracts and trade away some people or do what you need to do to be able to have them come.
So do we disagree with either of those two statements?
No.
Okay, so the only difference, I think, that's what I've been saying the whole time. I don't disagree with anything you're saying. The only different thing that I'm saying is this is also a decision that Bradley Beal has to make. Does he want to be the guy that gets his last big contract, which, by the way, I ain't mad at him if he does, because if that's what he wants, that's what he wants.
Yeah.
Or does he want to be the guy that says, man, I'll play on a 1 year, I'll take less money, and I want to play for a title. And then let's talk about what my future looks like beyond this after that. But I at least want to,
I get your point.
Okay, then we ain't arguing about nothing.
I don't have a problem with your point. I'm just saying that Bradley Beal is that guy that Kyrie is. Hey, at the end of the day,
If
it was so separate, if it was so much like this, Kyrie would be making Bradley Beal money over the course of his career. He would have.
I don't know.
Okay.
No, and the only reason I say I don't know is this. Isn't this Kyrie's second major injury like this?
I think so, yeah.
Because this isn't the second time he's had an injury that cost him a season. Didn't he have one in Cleveland that cost him a season? Am I wrong about that?
I don't know.
I don't think he cost. I think he was out of the playoffs.
When they counted.
Yeah.
Right, definitely cost him when he counted. I know it cost him a playoff, but I feel like it cost him a season before LeBron got there.
It might be the third time. He did it in high school, his senior year.
That's my point. At what point do you stop paying guys because they can't stay healthy?
It's a good discussion. Kyrie was
There's a wonderful listen. Let's be clear.
Bradley Beal was the number 2 pick in the draft.
And let's be clear.
And Bradley Beal had the worst shooting percentage of anybody in the history of the NBA his rookie year.
Yeah. And let's be clear to everybody that's watching. This is what we do. Whether y'all going to watch us or whether you're not, this is what we do, and we love it. So y'all can't tear us apart, so leave us alone. But we are asking some real questions, which is the same thing they're asking in these rooms. And you're starting to see, if you're watching today, why these discussions, why ain't nothing getting done? Because I guarantee you some GMs and some scouts are having these exact same discussions that we're having right now. They're saying Bradley Beal, Zion Williamson, who's some other names? Talk to me, guys. Maybe... I don't think they're having a discussion about Giannis in the sense of health, but they're having a discussion about the financial
hit
of Giannis.
I'm not re-signing with you, so you better trade me.
Right. They're having some real conversation. Well, Jokic is in the conversation. You heard the owner talk about Jokic. Yeah. People are having some real conversations about the short and long-term financial responsibility of these players, and is it worth it? Is it truly worth it? Or should you or in this new alliteration of what the NBA looks like, are you going to have to basically turn your roster over every 4 years to survive?
It's going to be interesting to see what Boston's going to do because of those 2 contracts.
I think it's worth it for a team that's not the Lakers. I think it's worth it for a team that are not the Golden State Warriors. I think it's worth it for a team that are not the Boston Celtics, a team that has multiple championships and multiple championship runs. These small market teams are going to swing for the fence, and if they hit, they good. If they miss, we try, because there's nobody that's going to say outside of Giannis that I will resign with you. Like Giannis did that after they won the championship. Let
me say this. Let me say this to your point, and you make a phenomenal point right there. Things just got real for these GMs, especially the ones in the East. Because guess who is available now as a GM? Messiah Jury, who is not afraid to swing for the fences, who has already proven that if he's close, he's going for it.
Yeah.
Lakers, stay away from him.
Well, listen, we got our own. We good. We good in the West, as John Morant said. But
Rob can go too.
Why you hating on Rob?
Rob,
it ain't over yet. It ain't over yet.
If Mike Dunleavy don't do nothing, he can go too.
Wow, it's getting real. It is getting real in here right now.
We got somebody we got our eyes on. Damn Pressy. Come on over here where the sun shines.
Listen.
So I can come to Golden State.
I believe it was the prophets, the Wu-Tang Clan, that said cash rules everything around me. And Sam, if you really want to challenge, I mean, you did good with your little Thunder team. We proud of you, but if you really want to really see what it's really like to be rewarded for a job well done.
He said little Thunder.
Hey. Cam, am I telling the truth, Cam?
Yeah, we'll take him right now.
Because there ain't no success like a Lakers success.
Yeah, we'll pay that money. We share that money out. That money don't go to the book to the contracts. We take
a Lakers success. Your great grandkids gonna eat off that. You'll never pay for another meal in your life, and neither will your seeds, son.
Well, the way we going right now, we're gonna be 6-7 playing seed.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to do this right now.
I'll
It feels like you're airing family business. It feels like you're airing family business right now. We don't have to do this.
Man, like, listen, I'm okay with it though. Listen, I'm okay with us being an A seed next year. I'm okay with that because I know what's coming off the books at the end of the year.
He definitely coming off the book.
It ain't about you no more.
Let me be very clear.
Your $54 million is gonna land a mega star or 3 other all stars.
Listen, let's be very clear. He definitely coming off the books next year. That's happening. That's happening. Start the LeBron.
There's gonna be another team that pay him $50-60 million a year. They can.
Probably.
Probably. Cool. I'm just saying, in the Luka era, I don't want that. Why didn't you opt out and take less? Why didn't you opt out and take $30 million? We wouldn't even be having the conversation we're having right now.
He didn't want to, and that's fine. Listen, grown man, he can do whatever he want to do. But we're championship.
Stop crying about winning another championship and being in the arena to win another championship. You should have opted out to take less.
That's also true.
You claim you claim you did it for Clay last year, but you really did it so Bronny can have a little contract himself. Come on, man.
Listen. In the words of the late great Shake Anderson.
You got me talking about my goat. You got me talking about my goat.
Hey, I know. Listen, in the words of the late great Shake Anderson, 2 things can be true, and everything you said was true. So, because listen, let's be clear, and this hurts me to say this as a Laker fan, but part of the reason why we're in this situation is because we showed so much loyalty to Kobe Bryant.
2 years, $50 million, off a torn Achilles. That's crazy.
We showed a lot of love to Kobe for what he did.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah,
and
we did the same thing with Magic too, but we paid him under the table. You got a stake of the team. That's
we drugged the contract out 25 years. We gave him the Bobby Bonilla deal.
And I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. One couple of deals we're done. We'll go, and then we'll get out of this. The Mo Wagner 1 year $5 million deal. That was interesting.
That's so I can play with my brother. I can stay here with my brother.
Yeah.
Isn't Mo Wagner worth more than $5 million?
Why?
I mean,
I'm just asking questions.
His brother is, yes. But why Mo?
Okay.
I think this is an audition contract. He gonna play good enough to audition for another contract somewhere.
No, he wouldn't do that. Oh. Let me cut my camera off. No
well,
way.
let me say this. One thing that makes that contract nice is that if somebody wants to trade for him, or if they want to buy him out, Pat Riley can just cash out that money over to him. Like he ain't even got.
Listen, that's part of the deal. I want my brother here.
Hey, no problem. But they want him until they don't. That's what I'm saying. Like if something better comes along, then they'll move on from him too.
Basically,
remember the team I told y'all in the East. Remember the team I told y'all?
He's the Thanasis at this point.
Dallas is saying, just throwing this out there, just for whatever reason, Dallas is saying in a buyout situation, they would absolutely be interested in having LeBron James.
Of course they would. They're supposed to say that so that LeBron can go back and say, "Hey, can you guys just buy me out?" No. You opted in. You stuck, homie, for a year. We're gonna get the trade value for you, or we're gonna get all of your $54 million off the books. Ain't no way.
We actually have a drop for that here on this show.
We together on this. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be one.
And by the way, Cuba Gooden is Rob Pelinka. and Tom Cruise is LeBron James. We together on this.
Any leverage that you had when you opted in, it was gone.
It's a Rapsy Scapsy, Playboy.
You say
now, because what you don't want to do is FAFO and find out that you have so much non-leverage that we're gonna do the deal with Utah.
That's right.
Oh, we gonna do right because we
and
got all
you out, and they can buy you out.
Right. Let's be clear. We have the leverage. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All
we
right.
want marketing. Yeah. We want cash up. We want marketing. We want 4 first-round picks, and then they can buy you out. Utah.
Because we've been on that.
Yeah.
We've been on that. So don't play. Don't play. Don't play.
You should have opted out.
Don't play. Is what we said. Don't play. Okay. All right. We done.
I wish you would, bro.
It got real hostile here for a second, didn't it? Okay. All right.
Hey, don't have me turn on my goat.
No, we ain't gonna tear him up, but I'm just saying though.
Don't have me turn on my goat.
Settle down is what we said. Settle down.
I got bro.
Calm all the way down. Right. We just said calm all the way down.
The over here.
We just said calm all the way down, LB. Calm all the way down. We good. All right.
I got all these jerseys in here, and none of them say Jordan. You hear me? This is my goat.
Summer League starts Friday.
It started.
Started.
Yeah.
Well, the California.
Yes.
Yeah. That's when technically you guys are correct. It did technically start, but
that's when the Mavericks play the Lakers.
Right.
That's when Cooper Flag and break.
That's Friday, right? That's Friday. Don't do that. Why you got to put that out there like that?
Because I hate Maverick fans. They acting like, oh, we didn't want Luka no way, and now we got this. Oh, is that
what they're saying in Dallas?
That was the plan.
That's crazy.
Is that what they're saying for real?
So now y'all don't want to fire Nico.
Nobody knew.
No, they want to fire him.
I was hoping when they said with the number 1 pick, the Mavericks select Cooper Flag. I was hoping he walked up them stairs and slipped.
That's crazy.
Damn.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
Wow, that escalated quickly. That escalated far quicker than anything that's happened on the show today.
Bro, they comparing Cooper Flag to Luka. I'm like, what? Are y'all serious?
Well,
that's what they doing, Lord. That's what they doing in Dallas. Yes.
Well, let me say this: when y'all start talking like that, I have a personal mantra that I walk at all.
I think they need to play Cooper Flag 2 minutes and get him up out of there.
Am I not lying, Chad? Am I lying? Is that what they said? It's crazy, bro. It's the most crazy, hideous thing.
Well, listen,
they're forgiving Nico over here. They're forgiving him.
But I understand that though, Chad. I understand that because here's what happens. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm about to say this. Here's what happens.
Rigged.
Your old bay moved on to his new bay, and you feeling the way about that. So you got to big up your new bay to make it look like your new bay is as good as your old bay. But we all know it's just old bay. We know. Like we all see it.
The crazy thing is Cooper gonna be good.
He's gonna be great.
He ain't gonna be Luka though. Like
he will never, ever be Luka Doncic.
First team All NBA. He may not even get that.
He will. Let me be very Maverick fans. Look at me right now. He will never be Luka Doncic. Ever. He'll be good. He'll contribute. He will never be Luka Doncic. Okay. Now, we might end up eating those words, but I don't think so.
No, we not.
But I don't think so.
We'll see, man.
We'll see. He might fool us all. He may be one of the greatest to ever do it. You know what, Ronnie? That is unnecessary right now, okay? That is unnecessary commentary. Thunder up.
He got 360 some days for that.
I know it. We have to hear it.
You've been talking all day.
But you know what? I can't be mad because I was not pleasant to be around for the year that.
Act like you've been there. We
good, no, well, but see with my with my Rangers I couldn't act like that because we hadn't been there. So now, so I understand Ronnie's point. Yeah. They ain't been there, so he like this is like being at Disney World. So I get it. I understand. I get it. I get it. Okay, that is hilarious. Okay, just real quick, some WNBA talk. Just real quick. I got into a conversation with a great friend of mine, one of my best friends, like a brother to me. And he swore to me, he said, Angel Reese is just trash, bro. She's an awful player.
Wow.
Just terrible. Her footwork is terrible, this, that, and the other. She's awful. And to him, I said, she's averaging 12 and 12. on a horrible team. She's single-handedly keeping them in games with her defensive play and with her offensive play. And she don't even know how to play the post yet. Like, she's still learning. What else do you want from her? Because you know what her ceiling, you know what her floor is? Her floor is Dennis Rodman, which is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
If she keep putting up double-doubles like that, she going to make the Hall of Fame just on that alone. But you know what her ceiling could be? If she could just figure out how to truly dominate, she could get better and become Tina Thompson.
Yeah.
Like, she could be really good. It's just going to take some time. But she's in her second year. Hold up on that. That's all I'm saying. Hold up. Your thoughts, gentlemen.
I'm just looking at her last 5 games. So 10 points, 19, 18 points, 17 rebounds, 17 points, 18 rebounds, 24 points, 16. I mean, she's doing what she needs to do for us. I mean, I don't see any problem with it. I mean, they talk about her missing layups and everything. This clearly shows that she's working on her game and getting better. So, I mean, she's playing her position, playing her role. So, I don't understand all the hate, really. I mean, she's definitely gotten better than what she was.
Yes. I'm just saying, I don't understand the vitriol. Oh, rebounds. Some of them rebounds is just her missing a shot and putting it back up. You know how many people in the NBA miss their shot and can't get the next one?
Yeah, for sure.
Huh?
Dennis Rodman?
Mitchell Robinson. I'm just saying, it's not as easy a skill set as you making it out to be. Draymond Green, right? Like, there's a lot of people that miss the first shot and don't get the second one.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, I think she's doing fine. I think she's growing the right way. She don't have a lot of help. She got one player on that team, and the one person that was supposed to help her is gone for the season with an ACL tear. They're doing the best they can under bad circumstances. And oh, by the way, you fired the coach that had them playing way better than they're playing right now. Make sense. I'm just saying. I just want to throw that out real quick.
Cardoso's still overseas with the Olympics, right?
I'm gonna tell y'all what's gonna happen. What?
Is she not there?
No, she. They got some type of thing overseas with the national team or something.
Well, doggone, they ain't even a whole team. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
She gonna win about 3 championships.
Not with the Sky though.
Yeah,
No, it's gonna be whatever team her and Caitlin link up and play together.
That's all I'm saying. Because guess what? That's what's gonna happen.
I know exactly what's gonna happen.
Either that.
You don't think the WNBA understands? You don't think the WNBA done figured out marketing?
Come on, man. 3 years.
Breaking. Hey, on the opening day of the end of the play, Lord have mercy. The NCAA championships next year, that Monday or after that, as in the offseason, breaking news.
Tuesday.
Caitlin Clark. I don't know. Do you send Caitlin to Chicago or do you send?
Man, I think Reese is going to LA. Man. I think she's going.
Listen, I'm okay with that too. Kelsey and Reese, I'm okay with that. I like that.
They gotta do the whole Magic Bird.
Well, they might have to. Because I think Caitlin's gonna be. I think if her and Boston grow up together, I think they're gonna be good.
She not. I agree. They got now. She got to cut the turnovers down. Right now, that's what's killing Caitlin Clark. She's a turnover machine. She got to cut that part down. She's trying to do it all. She's
being Luka 5 years ago. You need
right.
You need Kyrie.
Right. You got to figure out how to play the game. And missing all this time, I understand you got injuries, but that's not helping you. That's actually making it worse because you keeping yourself from truly building the chemistry that you need to be competitive in championship. And by the way, she got a hell of a team playing with her right now.
Lord, that's her calf though. I'm gonna give her a pass just because only because it's the calf.
Well, listen,
so much stuff that's worse.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say this to your point. You don't rush a calf injury back. We see what it can be, and it feels like because she's had 2 back-to-back injuries with that calf within the span of 3 weeks, whether it was or 4 weeks. That's not a good sign. That feels like, I ain't trying to call nothing bad on it, but I'm just saying, we just saw this in the NBA Finals. We just saw this.
Should just stop skipping leg day.
See, why are we doing this? Like, you know what, let's move on. See, I give y'all an itch, y'all take them out. Like, we... All right. Let's go to the final five, gentlemen. The final five. We talked about this earlier. Halliburton out for the season. What does Indiana do now? What's the next move? For Boozer? Because Boozer's probably going to be one of the Boozer kids is probably going to be the number one pick of the draft.
I don't think they tank. I'm going to tell you why they can't tank. Because they got Rick Carlisle. Rick Carlisle going to get the best out of his players.
Rick is not going to allow them to tank.
That team is going to be in the playoffs too, probably.
But you know what? Tanking might not be a bad idea. Because how much better would they be with Boozer and Halliburton, a healthy Halliburton, and you know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
If you're gonna be out 1 year, you might as well get a high pick to improve your team and run it back.
They got some dogs over there though.
I'll say this. I would manage the year and see what unfolds.
In because quarters,
right.
The first 20 games.
Right. I ain't gonna sprint. I'm not gonna sprint. I'm gonna take my time and see how my team responds. And if it looked like we can make a run, then okay. But if we halfway through the season and we 15, 20 games down, easy decision.
I might accidentally tank.
I'm just saying, guys, minutes might be cut back a little bit. Is what I'm saying, just a little bit. So, especially key guys. You
missing your two best players at that. That's crazy.
I'm just saying. I'm not going to run my dogs into the ground to prove a point. Right. If I don't have to. Okay. Question number 2 in the final five. Teams are mulling trade offers for TJ Watt, which is wild to me. First of all, what is TJ Watt worth?
He's the third best player on defense the last 6-7 years.
I'm just saying.
Somebody's going to pony up that dough. A contender is going to pony up that dough.
Yeah.
But help me understand this. If you're willing to sell off Watt and you're the Steelers, why did you bring Aaron Rodgers in the first place? What's the point of that? Like, I don't understand. And then let me also throw this in. If TJ Watt can't get his money,
nobody over there.
Then who gonna get their money? Like, I don't understand who's supposed to get their money if TJ Watt can't get their money. Because he's more than earned his money.
I know where he's going.
Oh, Lord. You already got him leaving? Well, where's he going, Cam?
Houston.
Oh man, pick up what little brother left, other brother left.
Can I tell you something? Can I tell you what you just said and why you said it and when you said it?
There's a lot of people on the rookie contracts over there still.
If TJ and this is your hot take for the night, ladies and gentlemen.
His brother coming back too.
No, that ain't gonna happen. But if TJ Watt goes to the Houston Texans, they just won the AFC South.
I can see it.
Because I don't know how you stop all that. Because what quarterback can stop? What quarterback can out quarterback CJ Stroud in the South right now? I'll wait. That's my point. And so you're gonna give them a great quarterback, and let's throw this out. You got to start talking about them in the conversation as the best in the AFC at that point. Not because of CJ Stroud, but because of totality. Yeah, you gotta have a because now is that team capable of going against Buffalo? As long as CJ don't do nothing stupid, yes.
Did you say Buffalo?
Buffalo. I'm starting with Buffalo. I work my way to Kansas City. I know Kansas City's at the end of that rainbow, but
Baltimore.
I'm getting there. All of them. That with TJ Watt, that team becomes really competitive. Like really competitive all of a sudden.
It turns a great defense really great.
I'm just saying. It gets real interesting for Houston if they pull off that trade. Now, I don't know what they got to give up to get TJ Watt, They probably won't have a draft pick until 2045, but but it might be worth. Cam, to your point, it might be worth it.
The Rams.
It might be worth it.
The Rams will pay you. They was willing to pay Jalen Ramsey. They was gonna pay him.
Oh God, Verse and T.J. Watt. Oh God.
Oh
God.
Rams, Bills.
Jesus.
The Bills don't want to pay nobody, Chad.
Yeah, the Bills don't want to pay nobody. Yeah. Let me just say this though: there are some teams that not only want to pull that trigger, but need to pull that trigger. They make, because that move right there would make all of the difference.
What about a Kansas City?
No, man, they don't need nobody else. Doggone it.
In the words of basketball, they hard cap.
They just paid your boy. They just paid your boy, Chris.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, they can't pay everybody.
Gotcha.
They can't pay everybody, but Jesus, they don't need them type of problems anyway. Speaking of teams that are doing weird stuff, what's up with your boys, man? Why come every time the offseason starts, somebody get in trouble? What's that about? Is it a hazing thing?
They can't stay off the weed.
And it's always in Collin County.
Hey man, they love Allen. A lot of them live in Allen, man.
They need to know how Allen rolled. Hey, Allen don't play that.
They do need to know how they roll.
They need to know how Allen rolled. You can't do that stuff in Allen.
No.
This is a bad look for the new coach. They're trying to change the culture of the team.
Is it?
And they just gave
because it's pretty much the same look that they've always had.
But they just gave him a new contract too.
It's the new coach who's trying to change the culture of the team. I'm just saying this doesn't help.
Well, let me say this.
Set the example. Cut him. Release him right now. Set the example.
Well, let me say this. The Cowboys were better when they would get in trouble.
Agreed. Yeah, for sure.
So, I take it with a grain of salt.
The Cowboys, the Patriots, all of them.
I'll take it with a grain of salt, man.
And also, the coach did say he wanted the old Cowboys to come around more. So, now I didn't know if he meant the old mindset of the Cowboys or if he just meant the older players. I think he meant the older players.
Now,
but
if they have White House in Allen, and I'm going to be like, what the heck's going on?
Maybe there was a lost interpretation, and that's why this happened. I don't know. Okay, let's go to question 4.
I know that's a few Cowboys.
We being funny. We just being funny, y'all. Calm down. Jesus, Cowboy fans. Y'all so emotional. All right.
You'd have made half of them start getting hot now. God.
I know. Oh my God. Okay. All right. All jokes aside. This Saturday, Saturday night main event should be interesting, but the real star situation this weekend is going to be Evolution. The women get their day in the sun once again. Let me just say this. I'm so happy for Naomi right now. I can't even think straight. Because I've always loved Naomi, and I love seeing her shine the way that she's shining. But also, to me, and I would love to get you guys' thoughts on this, the darling of the women's division right now, to me, all roads should lead through Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley is money. She is money. And this is no shade to Jade Cargill. It's no shade to our girl, Nia. Chad, you know how I feel about Nia. I love me some Nia. But Rhea Ripley, when she hits the screen, brother, she got the whole thing working. So I'm interested to see if they put the belt back on Rhea or a belt back on Rhea this weekend, just because it's a different women's division when Rhea got a belt. And then I got to ask y'all this question, and then y'all comment on whatever. How do y'all feel the Jade Cargill versus whoever wins against, I guess, Tiffany is going to face Tiffany Stratus? If I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm the WWE, I let Tiffany Stratton lose to Tiffany Stratus. I'd rather see Tiffany Stratus give up the belt at SummerSlam to Jade Cargill than to damage Tiffany Stratton right now. Because you know what's going to happen. Jade's going to win, and then immediately she's going to lose to Naomi.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. We already know that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I'd rather see her drop it to Tiffany Stratus than to drop it to Tiffany Stratton. So I just threw out a bunch of stuff. What y'all think?
I mean, I think the evolution is great that they can all get their shine on. Rhea Ripley, like you said, she's box office. When she has the belt, it's a lot more interesting and a lot more exciting to watch. So
yeah, or belt, any belt, it don't even matter.
I expect her to definitely win and take back her reign on top. Jade Cargill, I just don't think she's ready right now to have any belt. I think she just needs to get a little bit more seasoning, a little bit more experience. Yeah, a lot more experience under her belt. So I feel like Naomi, she's paid her dues, man. So she deserves a title shot. She deserves.
And let me say, and I agree. Let me say this because I think we all agree. We all think Jade is amazing. But it's not enough to be a star on the offensive side in the WWE. You also got to be able to sell the story.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it's. And see, maybe that's not something they focused in on at AEW. I don't know. I don't watch AEW, so I don't know. Yeah. But she got to work on that part. That's the missing component to her greatness. You got to sell the story. Because if you don't sell the story, then it don't even matter. Like, why do I want to watch you? Why would I care?
Yeah, I need her to get into the dungeon with Natalya and have Natalya, put her through some lessons, man. That's where she needs to go.
Well, she was with the perfect person that Naomi. Naomi sells everything. So I don't understand why. And Bianca, she was with Bianca. And so I don't know. Maybe that might be the only mistake I think Triple H may have made in that he may be pushing her out there a little too fast. I don't know. I'm going to trust Triple H because we'll see. He ain't let me down so far. Because things is working very well for Jacob Fatu. My God, he's a star. He's an absolute star.
You didn't hear about. You see, he came out with that song, and people was talking about what he was saying in the song.
I don't care about what you people talking about. Yeah, I heard the song. What's the problem?
Talking about his use of the N-word in the song. He not black and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he is. Samoans are. Yeah, come on, stop playing.
I mean, I get it. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Didn't we all watch Euless Trinity play?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna leave that alone. But let's just come on.
Yeah.
The Rock is Samoan and black, and his cousins are black and Samoan. Like, stop.
Yeah.
He has a pass. He can use the word whenever he wants to. The rest of y'all need to calm down. Y'all just bad because y'all can't use it.
Yeah, I heard that on today, man. I was like,
okay, all right. Fatu's a star, absolute star. Okay, Cam, what are your thoughts? I know how you feel about Jade. What do you feel about this weekend? Well, you know what? I really don't know how you feel about Jade. How do you feel about Jade?
Chad said the best.
Okay.
Yeah, let's relax.
Not yet.
Listen, you're in acting. Act like you've been there. Like, you rehearsed this stuff, right? Like, especially
but she ain't been there though. You've been
in front of that mirror when you.
She ain't been there though. But she ain't been there though. That's the thing.
Oh, well, don't take her there no time soon, then. I want to see. I just want to see what happened. Like I say, I was telling my girl the other day and stuff. I said, "Baby, you don't understand. Like, really, this is McMahon still got his hand over it because it's his son-in-law, right? So I said, but this company is The Rock's company. Like, basically, it's about to be The Rock. Like, The Rock can branch off and have his own wrestling now, have his people. This
is about as good as it's been in a long time. And if the rumors are true, about who's coming back, it's going to get even more interesting.
The table getting crowded.
It is getting crowded now. I ain't going to hold you. It is getting crowded because it can only be one champion.
You got to come back with some. You got to come back with some soldiers, though.
In the post Cena era, there can only be one superstar at the top.
Yeah.
And I think Roman is about to start his transition of I'll see y'all at these main events, like the big ones. Mm-hmm. He about to be on his Brock Lesnar.
I mean, So,
Which I'll admit, I don't love that because I love Roman and I love what he did. I can make a strong case that the 4 year or 5 years that Roman was at the top of this company have been the best 5 years in the last 30, 40 years.
Agreed.
So with a Cena gone and then possibly Roman gone,
part-time, not gone, part-time.
Okay, well, part-time. But so, are you banking on Cody to still be your number one? I could see Jacob Fatu being a number one. I mean, but
I don't think age is gonna let Cody be number one.
I hope it don't. It's just.
It's not the same with Cody. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's not there. Like you there because your daddy, and this. It's just not there to me. It's like it's just. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer to see Cody as a villain, if I'm being honest. Let him ride in that villain role for a little while, and let's see how well he does with that. Mm-hmm. And then let's put. I love this. I like Jay there. I don't necessarily love Jay there, but I like Jay there. Yeah. But I like Jay there. I like Jay there with other people.
Tag team and all that stuff.
Yeah. In factions, I like that. Yeah. Face of the company.
It's hard, bro.
Give me Roman until he die. Like,
well, listen.
Right now,
I'm very comfortable with Roman staying in his current position.
They tried it with the other guy that's coming back too. That came back. The Celtic Warrior. Like they tried it with him. Like that don't work.
But he ain't gonna never be.
Nah.
He can't do it. Drew can't do it.
I liked it with Roman, and I liked it with Brock Lesnar because he was the villain. I liked it with those two. I mean, I've really played out with Roman Homeboy that came in with him. That's played out to me.
Seth.
Yeah, see, even that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm with you on that. I've been watching, and I'm like, okay, where's this going? Like, it feels like we've already done this before, but this seemed like a not as good a story as what we already had before. What made the bloodline so good is that it felt real. It felt authentic. This just feel like a wrestling story.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we're going to ever get... I need something major to happen at SummerSlam and not putting the belt on him, for God's sake. No. Jesus, I don't want to see that. I actually want to see Cena make it all the way to December with the belt. And then give me something dynamic in December. Mm-hmm. I'm okay with Cena taking the belt home if he wants to. If we start over, we start fresh. So okay.
The CM Punk thing is, I mean, it's good, but it's like it helped get us through a time. A transition.
Yeah, I agree.
But these Samoans,
oh my God, they're amazing. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
No, there's a whole bunch.
Keep it coming.
Probably still.
It is. Did y'all see this? This is just out of pure. We got a 5A and a 5B tonight. Did y'all see that Notre Dame basically got an all-star team of all the great sons from great players?
Yeah.
That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Shouts out to that coach.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, listen, Marcus is doing a phenomenal job. But he got Fitzgerald's son, Jermichael Finley's son. Who else? It's like a bunch of legends, like 4 or 5 legends. And you're like, how did that happen? So they just had a legends meeting. It's like, why don't we just send all our sons to Notre Dame?
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
I don't even know if these guys can play, but it's just weird that they all there to me. All right, last question. I want to talk about what I binged this weekend. What did y'all watch anything this weekend?
I've been watching on Netflix those like the stories of Gilbert Arenas and Javaris Crittenton.
You're in documentary mode. Shout out to Reggie Love. That's his thing.
Yeah, I watched that one, and I watched a couple of other ones.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
What about you, Cam? You binge out on anything?
I'm sorry, I was looking at the list. Jerome Bettis' son too.
Yeah, Jerome Bettis was one. It was two other ones. I can't remember what the other ones are. It was like Fitzgerald, Bettis. Oh, Plexico Burris.
Plexico Burris' son. Yeah.
Plexico Burris' son. That's who it was.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me. It's like, how did this all happen? But yeah, they all. So the sideline next year going to have
Right, Colorado.
4 or 5 NFL Hall of Famers and 3 or 4 Super Bowl champions all on the sideline together. It's crazy. But anyway. Shout out to Marcus Freeman, though. He killing it. I mean, he killing it right now. Shout out to you, Dion, too, also.
That's huge, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That is huge. That is very huge. Okay. What, are you binge watching anything? Did you get a chance to watch anything this past weekend?
No. No, I hadn't started another show yet. I mean, BMF is running back now, so I've just been watching.
Yeah, they'll bring that back this weekend. Well, they did this weekend. It was good.
Yeah. So no, not yet.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely still be watching BMF, definitely still watching Shy, but I binged watched Paradise. I had not seen it. Fantastic show. Oh God, fantastic show on Hulu.
Yeah.
Fantastic show.
Okay,
Absolutely brilliant.
I started it.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Shout out to the great Sterling K. Brown, who stars in that. A lot of great twists and turns in that show. Stay with it through episodes 1 and 2 because there's a little like, whoa, what's happening right now? But by the time you get to episode 3, you're gonna be like, oh, wow, this is crazy. And then by the time you get to the end, you'll be like, yeah, this paid off. This paid off. This paid off in a big way. I also watched Ironheart.
What you think? I ain't seen it yet.
So I'm conflicted.
Oh wow.
Because we don't get these opportunities in the Marvel Universe very often. So, shout out to the young lady. I forgot her name. I apologize. And I don't even want to disrespect her, so let me find her name. No, for real talk, because I appreciate what she did and how she played the role of the young lady in Ironheart. She did an outstanding job with what she had to work with.
Mm-hmm.
Now, having said that, it's an interesting watch.
What's the name of it?
Ironheart. So Ironheart is the young lady that was in Dominique Thorne. Ironheart was the young lady that was in the last Black Panther movie. That was like the kid. She went to MIT and she created the exact suit that Tony Stark had, Iron Man suit. She created it herself, and they gave her own series, and so it's an interesting watch. I would love for y'all to watch it because I would love to get your opinion on what I just saw because it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be.
Okay.
And it took some twists and turns, and I was like, okay, not sure why we did that. Why and why why we got to do that? Like they didn't do that for any other. This topic didn't come up for any other superhero in the Marvel universe, but all of a sudden, Ironheart got to have all this extra whatever. So I don't know. It was different. I was not, but for what they had to work with, they killed Anthony Ramos, Sacha Baron Cohen is in it. Dominique Thorne starts in it. One of my guys that I love, Manny Montana, he was in it. A lot of great stars in it. They did a great job with what they had to work with. I just don't know. I understand the because it's got a lot of slack on the internet. Twitter has been ablaze. So there you go. And then the last thing I wanted to share before we walk out the door is your guy came out with a song this weekend, Chad.
My guy? Who's my guy?
Mm-hmm.
Who's my
He's
guy?
definitely your guy. Don't act like he ain't your guy.
He might be talking about Drake. I don't know.
He know who I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Did you hear the song?
Not totally, no. Not entirely. No.
That's an interesting answer. Why didn't you listen to the whole song, Chad?
Because I've been doing stuff. I'll get around to it.
Hey, Chad, you scrambling more than Dak Prescott right now, man.
I mean, scrambling.
Man, I get to it, man. I just ain't. It's not on my top to-do list.
You are
Oh, don't do that.
Right now, you are Deshaun Watson without an offensive line. Right now, you are just scrambling back there for your life. But it's fine, Jay. I understand because I heard the whole song. And if you heard, did you hear the first minute of the song?
I mean, I haven't heard the song.
You know what, Chad? We're gonna stop this right now.
I heard snippets. I'll listen to it.
We're gonna stop this right now. We're gonna stop this right now because I'm not gonna get. This is the part of my little brother that I don't love because he don't want to admit the things that need to be admitted.
Well, I mean, I sent you something a long time ago and you ain't responded to it about Drake and Kendrick, but I died.
What did you send me?
Drake's arena tour, also Kendrick's stadium tour.
Man, get about here, man.
Because arenas are bigger. That's not a big thing. That's not a thing.
That's not a thing. Okay.
I mean, is that what you leaning on? Some pre beef stat that justifies.
Hey, man.
But you know what? You sound like Twitter right now. Because that's what Twitter is doing. Well, if you look at the numbers, nobody's arguing these numbers. We all understand that Drake outsold a lot of people. We get it.
Okay. Go ahead.
But I think we have a drop. But I think we have a drop for that too. I think we do.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Okay, so what am I supposed to be hearing about this song?
I just would love your opinion. Is all I'm saying.
From what I got, he's responding to people that he said turn it back on him. I guess
he's responding to all right. He's very angry. He's very angry at his former friends, as he calls them.
Yeah.
Shout out to hip hop. That's all I can say. Shout out to hip hop. Hip hop is a wow place, boy. Wow. The game is truly the game is truly changed when you now are doing songs about how people hurt your feelings. The game has truly changed. That's all I say.
They're not like us.
They are not like us. And I'm including you in that, little bro. They not like us. They're not like us. He hurt my feelings.
Oh,
wow. He hurt my feelings. Okay. That's an option. That's an option.
That's a way to get it off your chest.
That's a choice. You know what? There's another way to get off your chest. Therapy. Do that in a private setting. Ain't nobody ever gonna know.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody ever gonna hear it. You can talk and say whatever you want to say to that therapist, and she locks it up. but this is an option. This is an option. I promise you, this was an option, and you chose that option. So there we go. So I want to start the shout outs tonight. I normally don't start the shout outs tonight, but I'm gonna start the shout outs tonight because my lovely wife gave me this. I don't even know what kind of hat this is called, but I like it. It's supposed to be African based, but it's a noise hat. It's got noise written on it, and I like it. It's a nice hat. It's comfortable. It's gonna be great in the wintertime because it's hot in the mug in this hat. Y'all don't understand the sacrifices that are being made wearing this hat on this show tonight.
Yeah.
It is hot in this hat, but it's gonna be beautiful as I go back and forth to the pool and do my workouts and all that stuff. Perfect hat for that, and it's a noise hat. And at some point, we'll make the hat available for those who really like and rock with us and the 5 and all the good stuff we got going on. You'll be able to get the hat. So there you go. But this is the first of what will be many hats for Noise Media and Entertainment. So there you go. So shout out to the wifey for the last Father's Day gift that I got. She took care of her brother Father's Day. She put a lot of pressure on her brother too.
See, God dog, man.
I know. She sent a clear message. Well, I don't even know if it's about Mother's Day though. I think it's about her birthday. Like real talk.
Well, you got some time.
I got time. I got some time. 5 months. I got time.
So there you go. She's saying you better come correct, is what she's saying.
I got a lot of pressure on me. I ain't gonna hold you. I got a lot of pressure on me. Okay, but shout out to the wifey and the kids. Great Father July 4th weekend. Appreciate it. Shout out to my brothers of the 5. Shout out to Cam for being like, bro, we gonna, you know us, we gonna have something to talk about, and we did. God, dog, this might be one of my favorite shows. Real talk, this might be one of my favorite shows. I love it when me and Cam be like, no, and then we get to the end, and be like, okay, well, yeah, you right too. Those are my favorite shows. You really are.
Y'all just had to get it off your chest. That's all.
Sometimes you gotta get it out. You know what it really is? We both kind of
Palinka.
It's Palinka. It really is. If we being honest, we both really frustrated. Like, Rob, what you gonna do, man?
Y'all was just cool with him a couple months ago.
How?
He got you.
Hold on.
He didn't make a phone call.
Cam. Hold on. Chad, just sit out for a second.
You're in family business, bro.
No. Just let me explain to you privately, Cam. While Chad is watching, they only got like 4 of them. Or 5, so they don't understand. They don't.
Okay.
It's different on the other. It's different on the other side of 17.
I see why he said that.
I was a little bit.
You understand what I'm saying? Like it's different on when 17 is when you chasing historical greatness. It's a different thing.
A little bit more recent though, but cool.
Not that. I mean, yeah, but like 2 years more recent. Like it ain't like. Let's not act like you just put miles in front of us.
I didn't say all that. I just said.
Oh, okay. Well, you said it.
A little bit more recent.
Yeah, but it's something to that. I hear what you're trying to do.
I ain't putting no gas.
So use that concept when you talking about the Cowboys too.
That's
right.
A little bit not recent. That's
right.
Okay.
So based on your logic, them Giants championships look a little better, ain't they? Based on your reasoning,
they recent, but we
much more recent than them Cowboy titles.
We talking about basketball.
Oh, okay. What's your favorite phrase?
What?
Cam, what's your favorite phrase? It's cool when they do it. There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
This is what happens when brothers come together in love. Okay, all right. So anyways, I've shouted out everyone. I'm shout out Chad, Cam, whoever wants to go next.
Shouting out, you guys for sure. Definitely July 4th weekend, and definitely. Also, I'm gonna shout out Paige Beckers for making her first All-Star team as a rookie. That's what. Oh God.
No, I'm not hating. I'm just saying.
What, man? As a rookie, she's doing good as a rookie, man.
She is. Now that part I can't
that's
really. I can't really. I hate that Enrique is the casualty in all her goodness. I don't know. Because it feels like Enrique ain't gonna be much longer.
They might trade her. They look like it might be a trade coming.
It don't feel like. And by the way, the Cavs. I mean the Wings. Fever game is being moved to the Mavs arena.
Yeah. Last time they played, it was like 18,000 in there, 19,000 in there. So.
Yeah, so it's gonna be packed. Okay. I you know what? Shout out to Paige. I like Paige, so I can't really even hate.
Yeah. So,
but it just, I don't know. Cam, you understand what I'm saying without saying it? Like,
yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm just. I don't know.
I mean, we're gonna look back at this and say 2-3 years ago, and like, yeah, she should have. I mean, she fits the profile, bro. Like,
I agree. Now, I definitely agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. She's gonna be what you think she's gonna be. I believe that. I do believe that. I just would like them to earn it first. Like, but you know what? They got a marketing problem, so maybe they ain't got time to earn it. Maybe they got to put these stars in and just.
I'm not saying she's better than Caitlin by no means. Caitlin's better than Paige Beckers. But man, if she wouldn't have tore that ACL, that gap wouldn't be like it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be a little shorter too. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Okay, all right.
Good
shout out though.
She said she didn't earn it. She said she didn't earn it, but she's.
I'm not saying. Here's what I mean by earn it.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Because I know where you're going. Go ahead.
Yeah, man.
You said
18.7 points,
Yep.
4.4 rebounds, 5.7 assists. She's one of the
Yep.
top.
I love you, stat guys. You stat guys are awesome.
But she one of the top rookies just because her team, had a
Say it again.
Start.
I'm sorry. What now?
Just because her team had a slow start.
What is her team ranked? Where is her team in the standings? Just out of pure curiosity. Where are they at in the standings?
Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. Hold on.
Oh, I can tell you. You don't even have to work. You don't even have to work that hard. Third from the bottom.
Yeah, third from the bottom because that's a young team.
The only team they're better than is the Sky and the Connecticut Sun.
But that's a young team. That's the young team, though. That's a young team with a lot of new faces. So yeah,
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying, Chad. What I'm saying is how if you are on the third from the bottom of the league, I can give you rookie of the year. She gonna be the clear cut rookie of the year. I can give you that without giving you an all-star spot.
I don't think you can. She's got a lot of number.
You can't for them because the league don't have that many stars. Like they're finally starting to expand now, so they got to take the stars when they come. And guess what? Paige is a star. Caitlin Clark is a star. Angel Reese is a star. Angel Reese and them are the second worst team in the WNBA. But guess what? Angel Reese is probably the second most popular player in the WNBA. So you got to put her up there.
Popularity contest.
What he's saying is
right.
What he's saying is that Castle got Rookie of the Year for the Spurs last year, but he wasn't nowhere near no All-Star.
Come on now.
We got something for you though. Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, it's okay to be just Rookie of the Year without giving up a undeserved All-Star spot. Because don't All-Stars have to be on good teams? That's just my opinion. I could be wrong.
Necessarily. There's a bunch of All-Stars that was on bad teams.
Okay, well then let's do that then.
Because that was popularity contest.
Let's do that then.
They give it to her off of potential of what she gonna be.
Because she was part of the starters, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, she is.
Wasn't Paige part of the starters for the All-Star teams?
Yeah.
How many Phoenix Suns, just out of curiosity, Phoenix Mercury players are on the All-Star team, just out of curiosity. Anybody know?
No.
Let's see, the starters are for the Phoenix. Second best team in the league, they have one starter. One.
Ouch.
Matter of fact, what is Seattle Storm? What's their record? Seattle Storm is the fifth best team in the league. So that's justified. The Dream, the Liberty, the Lynx, they all got players on the team. So all of those are justified. The only two on the team that probably is a little premature, Paige Beckers and Caitlin Clark. But Indiana's a middle of the road 500 team. Though they got some good wins. And then Paige Beckers is third worst team in the league.
But Caitlin, she's a draw.
Caitlin gonna make an all-star team her entire career, whether she deserves it or not.
Yeah, they're draws. So yeah, you gonna have them in there.
All Caitlin gotta do is show up and play decent, and she's gonna make an all-star team. It's that simple. So, but it's okay. It's an interesting debate. Shout out to Paige. Shout out to Paige. I'm no hate here because I love Paige. Love her. Okay. Anybody else shouting out?
Shout out to Bradley Bill for getting your money, sir.
You know what? That's just trolling right there. That's just trolling right there. Just trolling.
Shout out to Bradley Bill, man. Wherever you end up, man, get your money.
Well, he getting it. Listen, they can pay that man out. So you're right. He getting his money. All right, Cam, who you shouting out, brother?
Just to the five, to the five sports talk. So everything's good. Families, everybody's family is good. Make sure everybody in good mind, good health. You know, especially when you're seeing all the stuff that's happening in Central Texas. My goodness. Like,
Yeah, man.
Crazy. So this is, you know, it makes you
sending all thoughts and prayers to that too. Yeah, absolutely.
I think that total is up to 104 now.
Wow, man, that's wild, bro.
And they still got people missing.
That's wild, bro.
Yep.
And I'm talking about kids, adults. Don't matter. It's bad. It's bad. It's really bad. So
yeah,
with you, bro. Thank you for bringing that up too, Chad. Cam, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I did forget about
too.
that.
I did too.
Yeah. Thank you for bringing that up. Okay, then that's all you're getting from us tonight. This is more than enough. More than enough. Like,
hopefully we got some good news. We get back on here next week.
Yeah, I feel you on that, boy. Heavy on the good news.
It's rough in this house. It's rough in these trade free agent houses. I agree. But I also agree.
I just heard something else just make me shake my head even more. I get it, but like Kevin Love don't move the needle. I don't care about him getting bought out and we make a move where we can get him. I don't care about no Kevin Love at this point of his career. I'd rather have Nurkic.
It's gonna happen though. You know it's gonna happen though.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Please make the trade for Wiggins. Please. I'm begging y'all. Please make the trade for Wiggins. Rui, Connect, the draft pick for Wiggins. Just do it. Leave.
The frustration is boiling over.
Man. Yeah, this is worse than the Essence Fest this year. Okay, let me just go ahead and call it a night because my brother's frustrated. He's really frustrated. Thanks, Rob.
It's all good. Just a week.
Just when I get my guy in a good place, here you go. Here you go. Shameful. All right. It's 5, y'all. Like I said, hopefully we'll have some good news for y'all next week. Or otherwise, it'll be at WTF Part 2. So there you go. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Peace.
I will get you 10 when you're plugging in with the there's no mystery. Let's make history with the oh, the strongest 2 and 3. Add 1 more plus me and do the 5. Yeah. Keep it on the floor.